This is Tim Barton from Wall Builders with another moment from American history. Too often today, history education excludes great black heroes from the American founding, such as Lemuel Haynes. Haynes, abandoned as a baby, pioneered churches across upper New England. He became the first black American to pastor a white congregation, to receive an honorary master's degree, and to be ordained by a mainstream Christian denomination, the Congregationalists. He was a soldier during the American Revolution, and in his churches on George Washington's birthday, he regularly preached sermons honoring George Washington. Even late in his life, he expressed his willingness to go back to battle if necessary to protect America, which he called a sacred ark. American history is filled with numerous examples of black heroes who are largely ignored by mainstream education today. For more information about Pastor Lemuel Haynes and other colonial patriots, go to wallbuilders.com.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. Wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
The mothership has landed.
Thank God. It is about time. Somebody is going to hold Brett Kavanaugh responsible for his actions. Thank you. Finally, a group steps up and says, no, the rest of the world may let this pass by. This abomination of a man serving on the United States Supreme Court, that lofty position, that lifetime position, that impressive organization that serves all of us. Finally, somebody will hold Brett Kavanaugh responsible. One group is willing to do it, Brad. Just one group.
One group. Just one group.
The witches in this country are willing to hold him accountable. The Witches of America.
Is that an organization?
Is it an organization? It's not just, it's witches. The witches in America are going to hold him responsible.
Like Samantha from Bewitched?
No. Oh. And don't even go to like the Hillary Clinton. I'm talking
real witches.
Real witches.
Real witches. Okay.
Not the good ones like on, Bewitched with the tinkling nose, the hot ones. We're talking the pagan, worshiping, satanic witches.
Unshaven.
Well, yeah, I think that goes without saying, though.
Just
Yeah,
to make
I understand.
sure. Yeah.
They're going to hold him responsible.
All right. They know he has the job already. I mean, what are they going to do?
Does it matter now? Not when they put their hexes on him. Yeah.
Wow.
They're going to hex him up, Brad. They are going to hex him up.
They're going to vamp him.
Right, they are. They're going to hold 2 mass hexes. Not just one.
That sounds like a fun party. If
it's serious. I want you to know how serious this is.
All right, so they're going to hold 2 hexes, that like a seance?
Wow, you're just embarrassing yourself now. All right, let me just stop you right there and explain what's going on.
Okay. All right.
There's an occult bookstore and community space in Brooklyn. So it's not just
the old occult bookstore and community space.
Flop house. We used to call them bathhouses.
Yeah, right.
No, we have books in here.
Wow.
It's an occult bookstore and community space in Brooklyn called Catland Books.
And delicatessen.
Of course, it's run by somebody who loves cats.
Wow.
Now, I don't know how many cats are in Catland Bookstore. I'm imagining the woman who owns it has a crap load of cats. Everywhere you go.
And lives down at the end of the street.
Yes, that's right.
In the dilapidated old
it's
house.
got that funk, too. Not just the cat funk, but she's got crazy funk going on. You walk in, you're like, something's going on in this place.
Something smells funny.
She has organized not just one, but 2 mass hexes on Brett Kavanaugh.
Wow. It's going to be big.
It will. It's big, big, big. Hey, you were thinking about going to that cigar and spirits event. No, don't do it. Because there's something better to do this Saturday. To take part in the mass hex, the first of 2 mass hexes. Now, the organizers plan to target Brett Kavanaugh
All right.
but not exclusively.
Oh, so it's going to be like a group mass hex.
Yes, they will mass hex many people.
You know, while you're hexing, I mean, why waste it on just one person? Why not cast a big net?
So you're saying get value for your
They're
hex.
smart. Yeah, I mean,
You're
that's
turning out. We can just hex Kavanaugh.
Exactly.
Who else we got?
You got to put all that energy out there. You might as well get at least a 2-fer, maybe a 3 or 4-fer.
Yeah, that's really smart. The witches understand value. They get that.
They ain't stupid.
They're also targeting all rapists.
Not just a few.
No.
Not just a select group
So
of
Brett
rapists.
Kavanaugh and all rapists.
And all rapists.
And
Because,
they're also targeting the patriarchy,
okay. That would be,
which emboldens, rewards, and protects them. Them being Brett Kavanaugh and all rapists.
and
So
all rapists.
here's who we're hexing. You guys ready? We're all ready to hex.
You're going to need a lot of
Do
pencils.
we have our hexing supplies? You know, you bring out for your hexing
Like
supplies.
the Eye of Newt and the toad.
Imagine that, some sort of wand, something like that.
Powdery stuff that when you light it, it goes poof.
Right, Cliff Bars, you know, the whole.
Cliff Bar. Well, you got to have nutrition.
You got to
You're
keep your
right.
strength
You're right.
up.
I
I don't know how long the hexes go, but let's say they go a while.
That's a good point.
You're in there, you're hexing, we're hexing, still hexing. Everybody keep hexing.
right.
Keep
And
hexing. I
I'm
don't know about.
hungry. I'm hungry.
Listen, I'm getting really kind of.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Well, go with Joe hexing. You go with your mouth,
they're
right?
thinking ahead.
Okay.
They're
I'm
thinking
just
ahead.
guessing. I don't know what goes on. I'm
No,
just
I think you're
speculating.
right.
You want to take a. Trust me, if I'm going out there for a mass hex,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take some Cliff Bars or something, maybe a little water, keep your strength up.
Yep. Maybe an energy drink or two.
Hey, everybody, please put your phone on silent.
Yeah.
You know,
You know, there's nothing more embarrassing than when you're in the middle of a mass hex. Right. Somebody's goofy
Damn it,
ringtone.
turn your-
Yeah. The whole
Hey
white
baby, what's
503.
your? Hey baby, what's your? You know, they got one of those like
Uh-huh.
from a movie or something.
Uh-huh.
All right, so they're out there at the mass hexing.
Yeah.
You got all your supplies or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting ready. Okay, who we targeting? Brett Kavanaugh and all rapists,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the patriarchy,
Yep.
which emboldens, rewards, and protects them.
That sounds like it should be like on the side of a car or something. Maybe
Very
on a
wordy.
billboard.
Not saying it's inaccurate. I'm not saying it's not going to
Yeah,
have some
just a
value,
lot
but
of
wordy.
words.
I'm just,
Yeah.
you know. So apparently, hexes are not known for their alliteration, their rhyme scheme, their poetic flow. That's not apparently part of hexing.
They were on Bewitched. I mean, it was
That's why you
even
know that was
Esmeralda
just
and-
fiction. This isn't real witches or whatever. And what did
Okay.
they know? Did they go undercover and study witches?
Probably not. You're right. That's Hollywood.
The organizers at the Catland bookstore went on to say, "We will be embracing witchcraft's true roots and the magic spelled with a K
Mhm.
of the poor, the downtrodden, the disenfranchised, and its history as often the only weapon, the only means of exacting justice available to those of us who have been wronged by men just like him."
You know, they were going to put that at the base of the Statue of Liberty, but they thought that was too wordy. That's why they opted for the other. Just a little known fact.
So witchcraft is based on shrews.
Apparently so.
That's the whole basis of it.
Yeah, I think so. With a K.
Unattractive women,
Yes.
annoying women.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Women with warts.
Because she said we will be embracing witchcraft's true roots and the magic spelled with a K of the poor, the downtrodden, and the disenfranchised, and its history as often the only weapon, the only means of exacting justice available to those of us who have been wronged by men just like him.
I cast a spell on you.
The first of the two scheduled events will be this Saturday, October 12th. So if you're not doing anything, I think you'd be wherever, you know. But they say it's going to be big, Jerry. Big, 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 I tell you. Their Facebook page.
Oh, they have a Facebook page.
Oh, of course, right. Yeah, you could look it up.
I mean, that'd be so silly for a witches not to have a
In fact, I'll
Facebook
show you what it
page.
is. Here's what it is. You pull it up there, and we'll see. It's a Ritual to Hex Brett Kavanaugh,
Ritual to Hex Brett.
hosted by Catland. You can go to Catland. Let me see if it's yeah. So, and you can look under their events.
Ah, there it is right there.
Okay.
And there it is.
Right. They said that so far 14,000 people have expressed interest in it, so they know it's going to be big. That doesn't mean they're all going to turn out for it.
14,000 have been scheduled to appear. They've been scheduled to appear.
Now, they said because of that large number, they've had to accommodate the other people because they couldn't fit them all in the Catland bookstore.
No.
Not with all the cats and whatnot.
Right.
And magic spelled with a K going on there.
Yes.
So they said they were going to have a second mass hexing, an additional one scheduled for November 3rd now.
Ooh, that's going to be even chilly because I did note that the temperature that day is going to be anywhere from 45 to 64 degrees. So if you're headed out to the mass hex, make sure you pack a jacket. And I'd wear long pants that night.
You might want to go ahead and take one of those rain jackets just in case.
Never know.
Hey, Steve, how's the weather looking today for the mass hexing out there?
You know, we got some
out at the Catland bookstore.
Scattered showers in that area. Was regular bolts of lightning seem to be hitting the ground in an irregular pattern. It's very strange. A swirling mass is just above the city in just that area. We're not quite sure what to make of it, but hey, if you're headed out that way, pack an umbrella just to stay dry. Back to you.
Also, Boo at the Zoo this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So they got a second one November 3rd. Now, according to the organizers, the price to attend is just $10.
It's cheaper than Disneyland.
So
I'm just saying.
They're charging for the mass hexing of Brett Kavanaugh.
Why are you surprised?
I'm just saying.
Wouldn't you?
Why didn't you just conjure up some money?
That is a man-made concept.
Okay.
As a man, you would think.
All right, I'm just saying. So $10 to attend, but 50% of the sales for both nights will benefit Planned Parenthood, the Ali Forney Center, whatever that is, the Southern Poverty Law Center, the Sylvia Rivera Law Project, whatever that is.
The Sylvia Rivera Law Project.
They get a lot of good stuff done.
Big time.
And they're very supportive of mass hexings, too.
Yes, they are.
So 50% of the sales for both nights go to those organizations.
See, it's
50% go to those organizations.
Everybody. Where's the other 50%?
I don't know. That's what I'm...
Well, you know what?
It may be going to the Catland bookstore.
I was going to say they have to buy supplies. Somebody's got to pay for the electricity. Yeah, I mean, you don't think mass hexes are cheap.
They went on to say Kavanaugh will be the focal point, but by no means the only target. So, and this is according to the webpage there. So bring your rage and all of the axes you've got to grind. There will also be a second ritual afterwards, the rights of the scored one, which seeks to validate, affirm, uphold, and support those of us who have been wronged and who refuse to be silent any longer. Have they been silent?
I've missed the part when they were silent because that would have been...
that would have been nice.
It would have been nice for just a little bit of silence. I didn't hear any.
So in their mind, this has been silence? With the blah, 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 Kavanaugh, blah, 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 right? That's been...
It's all about... It's about perception. It's about perception.
If that was silence and the hexing is not going to be silent, holy crud.
There are going to be some noises emanating from the Catland bookstore that night.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. So this is pretty much just like one of those adult products parties that the women go to.
Oh, yes.
With the blah, 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 blah.
It's not Tupperware. It's Utterware.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, more on this max hexing coming up, so you can make your plans.
Yes.
Happily promoting the 4 F's: freedom, faith, free markets, and fun. MoJo 50.
Are you tired of the bar scene? Tired of trying to meet people that maybe you just don't know? I'll tell you what, I'm a classic example of online dating. I met my beautiful wife online on a dating platform, and you can too. Check out wethepeople.dating. There's a better way for all of you single guys and you ladies out there. You know what? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner ought to be your #1 goal, just like the Constitution. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, if you're looking for someone, you don't have any time, you've got a computer, you've got an internet, you can start browsing wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner shouldn't be a mantra, it should be a goal. For the love of people and people of love. Listen to Matt Locke. Check out wethepeople.dating.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with wethepeople.dating. That's wethepeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. Wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on MoJo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
Talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And of course, we'll be spotlighting business as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick Mosier will join us, and he has his own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours. So we will have
somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything, food.
Dating today with all the crazies out there has to be nuts.
Yes, it really would. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a place you could go to find people who think like you do?
Like me, like libertarians and conservatives?
Right?
There is. WeThePeople.dating.
Amazing. What a genius idea. This is a site that you can go to if you're single and you are looking for somebody who you know you're going to think the same way, as far, from a political freedom standpoint. If you want to date the right person for you, you'll find them in one place. WeThePeople.dating.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth on the rocks. No chaser, no marches, no protest, only small, limited government, constitutional conversations, exclusively on MoJo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on MoJo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on MoJo 50. Live free.
Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs on MoJo 50 live from the Freedom Dojo. Your communiques now all across the social media spectrum, including MeWe.com, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yep, hold my beer over on MeWe. Mass hexing, letting the catland out of the bag bookstore. That would be a very big sign.
Do you think if you met the woman who ran that, you're just at like a party, and she's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You're going to know right off. There's not going to be like, oh, it took me like kind of a couple weeks and I found out she's a little cray-cray.
Oh, no. You'll know the cray-cray is right there.
Right.
You may not know that she owns the place, but you'll know the cray-cray.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
I mean, if I just passed her at the Kroger, I'm in the Albertsons, right? I'm buying bananas or something like this, and I see her, I'm going to go, okay, just let's walk the other way. Okay.
It's the lizard in her hair.
The smell, the whole thing. Okay, gotcha.
Hold my beer also over on MeWe. How's about putting a mass hexing taint on Brad to get a bigger table?
Oh, right.
That's it's not funny.
All right.
Let's see. A bigger than average taint jackhole. The mass hexing can be summed up as SMHL.
What's that?
So many hairy legs. I think that's very appropriate. And Jeffrey, did you say the first hexing's on October 12th? We missed it. No.
No, the 20th.
It is on the 20th, so you still have some time. It is this Saturday, so if you haven't packed up the family yet, make sure that you remember to put that umbrella in there and pack a picnic lunch because it's great fun for the entire family.
And by the way, I think I don't want to speak. I'm not part of the hexing group. I'm not a witch, but I think you can be part of the mass hexing wherever you are. You can
I would. Yes, yeah. I mean,
or if you're Deborah Messing, you could probably take part in a virtual hexing.
Yeah,
you know, like sitting in your car somewhere. I can't really turn out, but I'll just kind of virtual hex.
You just have to concentrate really, really hard.
I see. I got you there. Hey, just so there's no confusion, Element Mattress has nothing to do with the hexing.
Right.
I know their name is Element, and you think Earth elements and wind and fire, and no. That's not it. They mean elements like metal because they have their copper ion mattress, which is amazing because it's naturally antimicrobial. It's anti-dust mite, antifungal. So your bed, you don't have to worry about getting all that stuff. Your bed, it's going to have some of that stuff, period. It's just how it is.
Oh, yeah.
But those natural copper fibers, get rid of it naturally. You're not spraying anything. You don't have to clean it. It just makes it all go away, or it never starts in the first place. ElementMattress.com is amazing. This is not a impulse item purchase. It's not something you're going to go, well, sure, just throw it in. It's not a cheap mattress, something like that. This is high quality, top of the line. Your health, your sleep depends on you getting a good night's sleep, and you will with the Element mattress. Don't be thrown off by, I don't like the memory foam. That's memory foam 30 years ago. And not all of their mattresses are made the same amount of memory foam. They could do a lot of different things.
Right.
Just check them out at elementmattress.com. And to show you their commitment to this program, to show you their commitment to you because they really believe in their product, they're going to give you 50% off. 50% off an Element mattress. And all you have to do is use the promo code MoJo50. That's it.
Wow.
Go to elementmattress.com, promo code MoJo50.
And they promise that you will not be catapulted from their bed, as that woman yesterday was in England. You will not be catapulted.
By the way, so we talked to them yesterday. Their sales are doing great. They're doing
fabulous.
great. They're going. We had a sale, I think, yesterday in Alaska. Somebody bought it even in Alaska.
They sleep in Alaska.
Who knew?
Especially now when I think the days are getting.
They sleep most of the day. In the summer, they don't sleep.
Right.
Yeah. So,
yeah. But now it's coming up on sleep.
ElementMattress.com. Fantastic stuff. When you go there and look at the prices, they're a little high. I know that. This is top of the line. But, boom, 50% off. MoJo50 is the promo code. ElementMattress.com. Check it out today. All right, so here's my question then. How does this mass hexing roll out? Because I couldn't get that from the Facebook page.
Well,
what is the actual process?
They're not going to.
Well, I'm a little curious about it.
You've got to buy the ticket. You've got to go to the event to see it. I mean, if they told everybody what it was, there's no. I mean,
I'm curious about all this stuff.
You might be curious.
I'm curious what goes on at a Mormon church service.
Oh,
I mean, because they don't let everybody in there.
Yeah, it's
right. They don't. You can't.
It's along the same lines.
I mean, you show up at a Baptist church. Hell, you don't even have to show up, and they're going, "Hey, come to our service. Check it out." Right? The Catholics, hey, come on in. In fact, they're going to. How dare you not come? They're going to guilt you into not going, remember?
Just remember, never take one Baptist fishing.
Why is that?
They'll drink all your beer.
Oh, see, yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's it.
And then, I got you there. Yeah. And then, you got the Jews. They're like, sure, you come to temple, whatever, whatever. You want to go? It's fine. Like this. But I'm just curious. I don't know what goes on at a mass hexing. I mean, they believe this is a religion or something. I can, in my mind, I have what I think it is. They're all wearing the dark,
flowy robes, the Stevie Nicks.
Dark. Yes,
that's what I picture.
There it is. They're all dressed like Stevie Nicks.
Right.
Only not as hot.
Right. Yes. And Stevie Nicks back in the hot days, not in the later Porker days.
Hot
day Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, before Lindsey Buckingham had his way with her.
Right. Yeah.
In the young days or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also imagine that they sound like Stevie Nicks, where you don't really know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Is it white-winged dove? Is it one-winged dove? Is it wrong? Well, is it even dove?
And again, that keeps you coming back for more. The witches are genius marketers.
They're like this. It's a little like Bob Dylan, and you're like, I don't hex Brett Kavanaugh. Is that what they said?
Little James Brown thrown in there.
Okay.
I don't know what he said. Just shut up and keep singing.
So I imagine it's something like this. They go through some incantation process. I just probably can't. Again, speculation. But they would start something like, "Oh, mighty Isis," and then you.
I don't think that ISIS.
What do you mean?
Is that's isn't that a Greek thing? I mean, ISIS.
No, ISIS, like the 1970s kids show there. Oh, mighty Isis.
She was like.
I don't know who the hell they pray to. Is it Oh Mother Gaia? I don't know.
All
right, whoever they're praying to, they start off like that, and then they get to the chanting. But you got to ask for something bad to happen to him.
Yeah, I guess you have to spell out what you want.
Right, you do something like this. Strike Brett Kavanaugh with a massive drinking problem. We hope that you will hit him with the...
They already got him with that. Why would you strike him with that? He's already admitted he
hit Brett Kavanaugh with a significant anger management problem where he will lash out.
He's already got one of those.
Inability to control his emotions. Strike him today.
He was very, very emotional during the
him with massive long-term memory loss. make sure that he cannot remember his high school years.
That's not going to work. He already doesn't.
Okay, I don't know what else you ask for. Enlarge his taint. Make it even bigger.
You could do that.
So big that he can no longer walk, that he is bedridden.
Well,
something like that.
All he has to do as a Supreme Court justice, though, is sit. So that really wouldn't. He could rule from the bed.
Well, I don't know what the hell they got then. I don't know. The guy's pretty much in control. By the way, this group has hexed Donald Trump in the past. They had a mass Donald Trump hexing all across the country.
How did that work for him?
See, it didn't stop him from being president.
No.
It didn't stop him from nominating Brett Kavanaugh.
No.
It didn't stop Brett Kavanaugh from becoming a Supreme Court justice.
Nope.
So, seems like an exercise in futility, I'm just saying.
Well, at least they try.
Radio Revolution, MoJo 50.
This is Just a Minute with Stacey Washington. Are you a worrier? Is fear a constant companion? Well, there's a solution for that. It's prayer and scripture memorization. It has become vogue to cattily mock people who pray. The mockers have no understanding of God. Just a few of God's attributes describe him as our high tower, refuge, holy, Alpha and Omega, hope of glory, day star, and bright hope. These descriptors are a comfort to the believer. God is right here and operating on our behalf. Philippians 4:6-7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Fear has no place in the life of a believer, but as humans, we will experience fear. Psalm 19 tells us that memorizing scripture makes us wise while refreshing the soul. I'm Stacey Washington. Find out more at stacyontheright.com.
Wow. Hey, guys, Ron Phillips from the Conservative Cartel. I want to tell you about a new weight loss product that's quickly becoming part of our MoJo 50 family. Okay, so it was launched by this Texas company who have taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. That's right. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. In a 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser, you remember that show? It showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. Rid-U-Zone, that's R-I-D-U Zone, contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. If you are struggling every day with cravings, try Rid-U-Zone. It makes it so much easier to control your appetite and not think about food all day. That's my problem. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to riduzone.com and enter code MATT. That's M-A-T-T. Again, that's riduzone.com, RIDUZONE.com. Rid-U-Zone.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
The Adrian Slade Show. The polling shows it is swaying for the right in the midterms because of this hack job. But we can't let that energy die down, because the left is doing everything it can to energize its base. It's going to tech companies, having you register straight through Twitter, straight through Facebook. It's got it straight through Google. You've got HBO out there putting out commercials to vote, and they do so with a slant towards the Me Too movement. And now they're digging deep into culture. They're getting into the Marvel Universe.
My first time, everybody clapped afterwards.
I mean, I didn't know how to do it. Where to put it, where to slide it in.
Did it. I voted. Voting is so hot.
And the fact that they're doing this with sexual innuendo is ridiculous. I mean, hey, baby, let me shove my ballot in your box. Look, when I'm shading that bubble with my pencil, I don't draw outside the lines. I might bust a sticker on your chest.
Dating today with all the crazies out there has to be nuts.
Yes, it really would. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a place you could go to find people who think like you do?
Like me, like libertarians and conservatives?
Right?
There is. WeThePeople.dating.
Amazing. What a genius idea. This is a site that you can go to if you're single and you are looking for somebody who you're going to think the same way, as far from a political freedom standpoint. If you want to date the right person for you, you'll find them in one place. WeThePeople.dating.
All right, we've got significant happenings and going-ons on this platform, MoJo50.com, coming up on Monday. So yesterday, I think it was Nicole giving us the business online. Too many commercials, blah-bitty-blah-bitty-blah. So many words. So we've made a corporate decision. We're just getting rid of a bunch of them. It's going away.
Just like that. That's the beauty of being a small boat in a large ocean. You can correct it. And we're not like the Titanic.
No.
We're not like those big
little
ships.
bit.
Yes.
So starting Monday, we are going to shift this format because you demanded it. You demanded it. And basically what you're going to get is a lot less commercials and a lot more, I was going to say entertainment. Can we say content? That way it doesn't judge the quality of the content. It just makes a statement that there will be more content.
There'll be more words.
Right. Well, words. I don't know if they're going to be words. It might be
maybe just sound.
Might be humming.
They might just it could be just random sounds.
I mean, if we got 5, 6, 8, 10 minutes of commercials out and we got to fill that, maybe part of that's just.
You know what? That's entertainment. There was a time in this country that you would be happy to turn on a radio and hear just that.
That's right. It's the Hum Along with Herman show. So who knows what we're going to fill that content with. But you know what? The commercials, we'll get rid of a bunch of commercials. And you know the nice thing about that? This is kind of a little bonus here. So the clients that do pay us, that support this platform, their commercials kind of pop out
They do pop out.
So
they stand out against the backdrop of
they're going to be more powerful and more valuable.
Yes, they are.
Just saying.
Another way of saying the price is going up.
You weren't supposed to say that.
Shoot, sorry.
Say something like that.
Part out.
It's still very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. All right, speaking of the occult, the underworld, there's a counselor in the UK who made an amazing admission on a television broadcast recently in England.
That she was a man.
Well, that's nothing today. You can be a man, a woman in the same interview. You can be at the same time. You're two-spirit.
Right.
By the way,
woman.
When we say two-spirit, that has nothing to do with Elizabeth Warren. It sounds Native American.
Yes,
no, it's about sexuality and gender. It's a whole different thing. I mean, maybe she is two-spirit too. Or like 1,024th two-spirit. Which then you add the 2 and it gets really convoluted.
Yeah, because you have to take, and then you add the digits.
Who knew there'd be so much math to figure out your heritage? I know.
It really is confusing.
Anyway, 30-year-old Amethyst Realm.
Not her real name.
What? It's Amethyst Realm.
She had to change her name.
She's from Bristol. Bristol, rather.
Bristol.
And she is a spiritual guidance counselor. And she made a shocking admission. She claims, well, I'll just go to the interview and let you hear her being interviewed. And
good.
Ready? And here it is. Ready?
Sex? Yeah, I had sex with the ghost.
With a ghost?
Yeah. Yes.
But you can't wrap your arms around a ghost.
No.
She had sex with a ghost.
I thought you said it was going to be
shocking.
Shocking.
Yeah. And when we say ghost, we're not talking some pale dude. She mean a spirit.
A spirit.
Right.
I think those are called incubuses.
Okay.
Incubus.
Well, here's what she had sex with it. Right.
Sex? Yeah, I had sex with the ghost.
With a ghost?
Yeah. Yes.
But you can't wrap your arms around a ghost.
That's a good point. You can't wrap your arm.
That was an insightful remark on her part. That is the sign of a good interviewer when you actually say something that's relevant to the interview and to the interviewee.
So you had sex with a ghost. You can't wrap your arms around a ghost.
No, you can't. It's a lot like trying to, let's say, put a smoke ring on your finger. It's just very difficult to do.
Thank you. By the way, and it was good that she cleaned it up because what she really want to say is you can't with the other and with the ghost. So how can I get? You can't wrap your arms around a ghost, nor your legs.
No, you can't. Right? Yeah, you just end up they end slapping together, and it's uncomfortable.
Boy, I had a line I can't say. Here we go. Back to the interview.
Oh, so how physically? How does the sex bit happen?
You can still feel it. Like it was kind of, it's difficult to explain.
Like a weight.
Kind of a weight, but at the same time weightless. And
like a weight.
That's how you know when you've had sex with a ghost.
I think it's
kind of like a weight, but it's also kind of weightless.
I might just close my eyes and relax into this.
Relax, you're enjoying this or whatever.
Can we turn the lights down a little bit?
So that's how you know it's all at once a weight and weightless. So
you can still feel it. Like it was kind of.
The good thing is when you have sex with a ghost, you can still feel it. You can.
I would hope
you
so.
still
'Cause
feel it. What's the point?
Otherwise, yes, you're just sitting in a chair.
Right. I had sex with ghosts and I never felt it.
Never felt a damn thing because they were ghosts.
Which is kind of like having sex when you're, roofied. It feels kind of like a weight.
Yeah, it does, but weightless
but
at
you
the
can
same
still
time.
kind of feel
Fuzzy.
it.
You can't really wrap your arms around it because your arms are numb.
If Bill Cosby hadn't been black, I would have swore that's who she was talking about. Had sex with a ghost.
The pill in the pudding. Take the pudding in here, but wrap around the
I
pudding.
had some pudding, and then I felt this pressure. It was kind of a weight, weightless, and you can still feel it.
Was around a ghost.
No.
So how physically? How does the sex bit happen?
You can still feel it. Like it was kind. It's difficult to explain.
Like a weight.
Kind of a weight, but at the same time weightless, and like a physical. There's the breath and stroking, and the energy as well. I think the energy was a lot to do with it. Do you feel a connection?
And does a sexual
Do you have any?
The energy was a large what of it?
A large part of it, I believe.
A large part of it.
And the energy as well. I think the energy was a lot to do with it. Do you feel a connection?
You feel a connection.
You feel a connection.
So here's how you know when you've had sex with a ghost. Okay, you feel a weight, but at the same time weightless. And that's the key right there. That's the center. But there is an energy. It's an energy right there. There is stroking. I mean, the energy has a lot to do with it, though. So I just want the checklist because, you may be waking up today and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do last night? I think I had sex with a ghost. And how will you know? They're not there.
It looks like the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man left tracks in your room. That's
is that what it is?
Yeah.
But I mean, then you're like, what is all of this? What is this? Protoplasm. What is this going on?
All this this mist underneath the sheets.
Like it goes. I've been slimed.
I'm leaking mist.
Right. So you're going, but I'm not sure. How will you know? Again, so weightless and a weight, and then
like a weight.
Kind of a weight, but at the same time weightless.
Here it is. Here's the list.
And like a physical. There's the breath and stroking.
Physical breath and stroking.
And the energy as well. I think the energy was a lot to do with it. Do you feel a connection?
So you got the list now?
Right.
Okay. Here's a little more.
Does a sexual experience with a ghost end in orgasm?
There's the hard-hitting question.
For her or the ghost?
Now we're getting to it. Now, what are you asking these other questions for?
Yeah, I don't really. Who cares?
If the ghost.
Who cares if she did? But
by the way, if you ever are with a female ghost, okay, so you go home tonight, Brad Staggs, Ron, you're gonna have sex with a female ghost. You got to be aware. Do you know how long it takes for the average female ghost to climax?
No.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
It doesn't matter.
I think that's a double belly.
It's kind of like how long it takes for the average woman to. It doesn't. It doesn't really matter, does it? Okay.
For me, yeah.
Gosh, so wow.
And fan for the ghost?
I just hope so.
There it is.
I'm telling you, it's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
So does it result in an orgasm? And she sheepishly said it did for her.
It did for her.
And the male then, because he's silent the whole time.
Right.
You had a male and a female interviewer, and just the woman, and finally he chimes in with the ghost. Did the dude, right? This
The energy as well. I think the energy has a lot to do with it. Do you feel a connection?
And does a sexual experience with a ghost end in orgasm?
For me, yeah.
Gosh, so wow.
And fan for the ghost?
I just hope so.
Selfish. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Selfish.
She was. She didn't care. She didn't care.
I kind of feel bad for the ghost. I feel bad for the because right now he's going, are you out of your mind? I've got a ghost wife here. Come on.
Yeah,
the whole
she's
point
on
I came to the
television.
mortal realm is so it would be quiet. It's the same reason you have sex out of town. You don't want to get back to your community.
You're right. The guy, he was out of town.
He's
He
like,
was out of the ghost.
Out of your mind. Oh, you shut your human mortal whore mouth.
This is why it doesn't happen more often. There are a lot of ghosts
You
with
can't
common
trust them.
sense. No, you really can't trust human females.
He's like this. He's like, Steve. So a couple nights ago,
I went to the
right. I went to the mortal realm, and he's like, dude, that's always. I know, right? And she goes on TV. She goes on the BBC and she's telling them all about whatever. The good news is she didn't use my name.
Yeah.
Because that would have been, the wife would have known for sure,
It would
right?
have been really embarrassing. It would have been all over ghost media.
Jeez Louise, what are you doing here, lady?
I just, I think that woman right there, she'd be a lot of fun at a party.
Yeah, she is.
Oh,
Again,
she'd be a lot
you know,
of
to be around here a long time,
no,
but, you know, something like this.
Yeah, we need to dig up the hot, crazy matrix at some
I just
point.
want to throw this out there as a possibility. And again, I'm not a member of the occult. Pretty basic life here, but I feel like I have to ask the question.
Okay.
Is it possible? And I'm just going to speculate and just throw it out there. I'm not trying to offend anybody, please. Just respect that this is coming from a good place.
Yep.
Is it possible that this lady is Fruit Loops? Is it possible that she is effing crazy? I'm just you know, again,
I
no
think
judgment here. I'm just asking.
But I think in the fair universe, you have to include that in the realm of possibilities. Hashtag believe women, though. I mean,
I believe she's so crazy that even if there was a ghost that had sex with her, that even that ghost is like, yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah, she did. She had that look in her eye. It was the way she tossed her hair.
Oh, she loved it, didn't she? She got a little still embarrassed about the orgasm question. It did for me. I don't know if it will for you, but I can give him your number. How do you meet a ghost? How do you meet him?
I don't. Well, in this case, I think that she just laid there and he.
Started saying you can't just bump into them.
No, you can't.
Thank you.
You don't ever know when you're bumping in. You're bumping through them.
Is there a website? I mean, listen, we promote wethepeople.dating.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Where you can go and avoid crazy people like this because it just weeds out all the progressives. And you know you've at least got conservatives and libertarian-minded people to start with.
Right. Yes.
And then you can go through the rest yourself or whatever. There'll still be some crazy. Sure. Wethepeople.dating. Check it out today. Is there a ghost human hookup? I mean, imagine in the ghost world, there's ghost-to-ghost hookups.
Oh, I would think so, yeah.
Right.
Although that presents its own set of...
Is it Wander? That'd be witches. Never mind.
Yeah, that's Warlock.
Casper?
No. Ectoplasm.
I don't know, but there's something.
Slime dating.
Maybe this is our...
Don't say it because somebody will buy the URL.
No, I don't have the name for it, but we launched the website.
Oh, okay.
We launched
you had
the app.
name for the website.
No. I'm just saying, let's start our own if it's not out there. I mean, this woman was loving it.
There will be tons of people give us their experiences.
Right?
I'm telling you.
They will fill our pockets with cash out of this scam. I mean, this totally legitimate platform. If you want to meet a ghost to have sex with.
Is it, if you have sex with a ghost, is that considered cheating? I mean, if you had sex with a ghost, Doc Thompson, would you be cheating on your wife?
That's my story. No, it is not cheating, and that's what I'm sticking to. That's the whole thing. How did I know she was real? I thought she was a ghost.
See?
I mean, she kind of floated around. She had flowing dress and, right? She's very pale. I thought she was a ghost. That's my excuse.
A mojo for every state. MoJo 50.
Hey.
Doc Thompson, MoJo 50.
25-year-old man in the UK carrying out a solo sex act outside the police station again. A witness saw Benjamin Dankin staring at St. Mary's Wharf police station. Just standing there, staring at the police station, just standing. The witness told him, "Stop it or I'm going to call the cops." A while later, the witness spotted him again. Damn it, I told that guy to stop touching himself.
And he didn't. He's still doing it.
He's still doing it. Steve, go out and tell him to stop that. Go out there and just whack him.
No.
Whack him right. Whack.
You don't want it. What? No, you don't want it. He already is. So
jerk him right out of that front of the police.
No. It's again, you're being redundant. Speak to him firmly.
I don't think that.
No.
That's not going to work either.
You know why he's doing it?
Why is that?
Because it feels good.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
Hey guys, Matt Locke, the Conservative Cartel. I'd like to take a minute and tell you about a new weight loss product that's instantly becoming part of the MoJo 50 family. It was launched by a Dallas area company who had taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. A 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened, and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. One Ridges-own client, Sarah, recently lost over 100 pounds. While she looks amazing, she has been struggling every day with cravings. Now that she's taking Ridges-own, she says it's so much easier to control her appetite and she's not thinking about food all day. Ridges-own contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to ridgezone.com, RIDUZONE.com, and enter the code MATT, M-A-T-T. That's Ridgezone, RIDUZONE.com.
The Conservative Cartel.
I have an Indiana phone number. Born and raised, whole entire life, right? And in today's world, it doesn't matter anymore. Every time I call somebody down here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they're like, 260? Yeah, it's Indiana. I'm not giving it up. So I got this text the other day, and here's the text, Ron. It says, pending your application. President Trump needs you to request your absentee ballot before the deadline requested here. Ron Phillips, my liberal friends on social media, had a coronary. He went to his Facebook page and he said, oh my God, Donald Trump's emergency system's now texting me, oh, I've been hacked. I'm like, dude, first of all, put your tampon in, sit down for a second so you don't bleed to death, and shut up and let me explain to you what's happening. Seriously, you big baby.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A, thrive.com.
Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs on MoJo 5-0. Brad Staggs now would like to get to some communiques.
The tainted jackhole, formerly known as James, tweeted, it's like hitting on a woman wearing a burqa.
You never know what you're going to get?
Well, no, I think that's kind of the picture he provided, because it's a ghost. You see,
right, I see what you're saying.
With
just a sheet
eye
over
holes. So, but it's got the 2 eye holes, not the 1 eye hole.
Wait a minute. Wait, that does bring up a problem, though. I've never really thought of the burqa dating in the Middle East. They don't put that stuff on after you've, married them in that. They start wearing that stuff in some cultures that just like by the time you start going through puberty.
So, how do you know? I mean,
you are really gambling.
Yeah, but
you can't touch them. You can't. I mean, you may get up there and wow, you want to talk about the ultimate dice roll there.
Yeah, because you're unwrapping a gift that you got for life.
Maybe that's why they believe in polygamy.
Yeah. It's going to be the.
You're like, okay,
your odds have got to go up or down.
Yes, I do. Dun, 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 dun.
Unwrap it. Oh God. I'd like wife number 2, please.
Yeah, you're getting married right off again. You're like, oh no, we don't. Just okay.
Yeah, because those things they're warm underneath there, so there's some sweaty stuff going on.
I'm just saying they may be hideous.
Listen,
if that's going to be your policy where you wear burqas and you don't get to see, there's got to be at least an exchange period. Right?
I would think so.
A grace period.
Yeah, you do have to wrap it back up though before you take it back to the store.
Hi, how you doing? I'd like to return this.
Yeah, it's you've already torn the wrapping. You can't.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't use it.
Well, we can't be sure of that.
Well, I didn't. And
if you return it, sir, we're going to have to take it out back and shoot it.
Listen, here's the thing. I'm not looking for a full refund. You can just, exchange it for another one. I'm fine with that.
We've tried selling the used ones in the past, and no one wants them.
Wow. Seriously, give me 24. Listen, as long as you don't use it, it should be the same policy.
All right, 20% restocking fee.
I'm not saying like a test drive, like a car. I'm not saying it has to be that.
Right. But
I want to see it.
You just opened the door and looked in.
Or maybe it's like when you buy a business. They give you a general idea of what the business is making. But then when you get to the final steps, they let you see the books. They give you all the details. They let you see the truth. So maybe, they give you an idea and you're like, okay, I think I want to head down this road. And then you have that final step. Okay, before you pull the trigger on this marriage, before you're ready to go, let's go ahead and give you the full...
they could at least give you like a police artist sketch.
Oh, okay.
Here's what the present may or may not look like.
How about this? How about one dude who gets to see him?
Oh, that's a good idea. And
Take his word for it. You know.
Now, the only problem with that, though,
he's
is
going to say no on a few of them.
Well, if the dude has a grudge against you for something, I mean, he's going, oh, she's hot, take her.
It's a lot of power for
and
that dude.
And then you
sure.
end up looking, you know, you've got the lumberjack underneath.
That's
there.
right. You're like, I got you so bad. You married a man. I mean, it was a man in a burqa. I got you. You son of a bitch. I'm going to, right?
Smells like a lumberjack.
Right.
It's
that's what I'm
probably a
saying. So
lumberjack.
that would be good, though, because you could take a dude's word because he'll give it to you. Now, if he goes, I'm not saying you don't go through with it, but we're talking, you know, they still believe in dowries and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, you got to factor that in.
So you go, listen, Mr. Phillips, I talked to Brad, you know, the seer, the guy who gets to see.
Yep.
And he told me, I think I'm going to need a few more sheep.
Here's I'm
going to need
a trunk full of gold.
I'm going to need another couple of acres of dust from you, to those sheep to roam.
Maybe a pack of llamas.
Right. Brad, you know.
Like your camel.
You go to see him and he just goes like this. Gives you the nod. Yeah.
But then that's where your negotiating skills come in, because even if she's hot, you still want to negotiate.
I still go to Mr. Phillips and I say, dude, you know.
I'm going to need at least another.
It's an awkward conversation because you don't want to say, I went to talk to Brad and he went, oh my God.
Right, because then that's
a description. It's an insult. You're just saying, right. I just feel like maybe there's a couple more sheep in the trade here is what I'm saying.
You certainly like sheep.
I'm just saying, what else they had to barter with? Goats and sheep, right? Rocks, dust.
Rock, yeah. That's
what do you got? I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, an occasional RPG, but
yeah. I mean, yeah. Once you've played with an RPG,
you know,
they get old real quick.
All right.
I think gold would be a worthwhile
kind of get
investment.
off the path here, but anyways, communiques. Get them in with the hashtag What I Learned Today. It's at Doc Thompson Show, at Real Brad Staggs, at MoJo 50 Radio. Please follow us across all social media platforms, and please do us a favor, sign up for MeWe today. I was playing with it yesterday, and by that I mean I tried to post something on MeWe.
Thank you.
You can post, so you want to go into the little chat rooms there.
Yeah, they're over on the left side if you're on a desktop.
Right. So I posted a couple things, and then I went to post a video I did, but they don't let you post videos that you've already shot. You can shoot them through the MeWe app.
Okay.
You know, certain videos, but you can't do it and then post it. Now you can post a picture you already took, or you take one through there. So
that was your little behind the scenes.
Yes, which you could still see on Facebook. I think I posted it up there and then linked to MeWe. So I was kind of figuring it out, but I like that it's kind of a free-for-all. It's the Wild West in there, man.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and that's perfect for jackholes because they will cut you.
Oh, yeah.
They will
cut you right off at the knees.
I would say, listen, if you're going to live in the jackhole community, you got to be able to dish it out and you got to be able to take it.
If you're going to be stupid, you got to be tough.
That's it. You got to be able to do both of those. Otherwise, it's just sad. If you can't take it, it's just sad.
It's pathetic is what it ends up
Or
being.
if you take it really well, but you can't dish it out, what fun is that?
I know.
It's like clubbing a baby seal.
Right.
I want to club the adult seal because it's more of a challenge
Put up
that way.
a little bit of a fight. Right. A little bit of a fight.
So get them in MeWe.com, but sign up today because we got big things coming. Big, I say. So sign up for your MeWe account.
Here's an example. John Kloppenberg over there explains the phantom burning sensation when I make MeWe tinkle.
Oh, is that
Or is that wee-wee tinkle?
Wee-wee tinkle, probably. Does that have anything to do with the ghost? You have the phantom I have a burning sensation.
I had ghost sex all the time when I was married. Thank you, hold my beer. That
might
wins.
be something, maybe not.
Winner.
Different.
Oh, back over at Twitter. We're back, you know.
Oh.
It's, remember
Hello
when
there.
I said yesterday we may have to send Doc to rehab? I mean, this is just another
I thought you were just casually talking. He said it so casually. He goes, because I looked down, I was typing something, notes down, and he goes,
Why wouldn't I
on
say
Twitter, and I was like,
wouldn't I say it casually? I mean, did
on
you
the
expect
air,
it
it's a
was
little
some-
more of an air presentation, a bit of urgency.
It's
something
just
like
a
that.
discussion, a conversation
Here's
with
what I'm thinking.
friends, with
Here's what-
jackholes.
I'm just going to throw this out there. What if on Monday we get rid of a bunch of commercials? We don't have that little musical interlude. We just get rid of that, and it's just content right there. And then I won't have that problem.
That's being awfully bold, but
what do you think?
As being that small boat in the large ocean, we can maneuver pretty I say let's do it. I say we just get rid of that,
Let's
too.
go for it. We'll see how it sounds.
All right.
How's that?
Okay,
It's
that
all coming
works.
up Monday. I know Nicole still thinks we're messing with her, that we're joking. We're not joking. Seriously.
No, Nicole, you start making suggestions for how you want this to be better, and we're going to
here.
listen.
That's how we are.
Without you, we would be sitting here talking to ourselves and having sex with ghosts.
More to the news. A direct descendant of Pocahontas is calling on Elizabeth Warren to apologize for wrongly claiming to be Native American.
Who's she apologizing to?
All of us. She should.
Everybody.
This descendant of Pocahontas, Debbie White Dove Porreco. Well, I got the White Dove. Let's call her White Dove.
Okay.
Debbie White Dove called on her to apologize, I guess, to all Native Americans. Again, this is Feather Not Dot.
Right.
Said this is on Tucker Carlson's broadcast. She said it proved, that DNA test proved that she, Elizabeth Warren, wasn't the Cherokee Indian that she was claiming to be for so long. I think she's guilty of claiming that she's an American Indian, but has no proof, and then is using it for applications for college and for political reasons. She needs to apologize to everyone for what she has done. I feel betrayed. I feel disappointed. Brad Staggs, your thoughts?
Was she actually using this to get loans and things like that, or was it just a?
Okay, so here's the thing: they went back and, with the help of the local progressive media in Massachusetts, Boston in particular, like, no, we tracked it down, we investigated. Because this, by the way, this is how the local media, the progressive media, sounds in Boston. This is how they. Right. This is a representation of how they would sound.
Yeah.
Listen, we investigated, we tracked it down, and we found out she didn't benefit when she went to college, anything like that. That's what they've said. She didn't benefit from it. Well, but the truth is, she did put it down on her bio and stuff. I mean, when she listed herself as the Native American in the Association of American Law School Directory. So either directly or indirectly, she got some benefit. You see that in there, and you're like, oh, let's help double minority. You know what I mean?
Right. She got some sympathies. Okay. Yeah.
Right. She had her ethnicity changed from white to Native American at the University of Pennsylvania Law School when she was there, 87 to 95, and at Harvard University.
It's embarrassing when you change your ethnicity in public. You should at least go into a dressing room to change your ethnicity.
Why would she do it if she didn't at least feel she was going to get an advantage? And isn't that bad enough?
True.
More of Doc Thompson next. MoJo 50. This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. MoJo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. With the crucial midterm elections less than 3 weeks away, President Trump heads to Montana today. He'll kick off a three-state Western campaign swing.
The president will hold a campaign rally this evening for Republican Senate candidate Matt Rosendale at the Missoula airport. This marks his third trip to the Big Sky State in his effort to unseat two-term Democrat John Tester and ensure the GOP keeps power in the U.S. Senate. After Montana, the president will make campaign stops in Arizona and Nevada.
That's White House correspondent Greg Clugston. Twitter releasing data on foreign entities meddling in U.S. elections. The information covers more than 10 million tweets that go back to 2016. Russia and Iran said to be behind most of the misinformation campaigns. Senator John Kennedy says the U.S. must come down hard on Saudi Arabia in the disappearance of Saudi columnist Jamal Khashoggi. But the Louisiana Republican also cautions that Washington can't afford to lose sight of the bigger picture in the Mideast.
I don't think he fell through a hole in the space-time continuum. I think he's dead. And I think the Saudis killed him.
And for that, they should be condemned. But Kennedy says colleagues pushing the Trump administration to sever ties with the kingdom are misjudging the Middle East, where Saudi Arabia is a key buffer between the U.S. and Iran.
To maintain the balance in the Middle East, we've got to maintain a relationship with Saudi Arabia And we need a better relationship with Turkey.
Sagar Meghani at the White House.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration investigating Ford F-250 and F-350 Super Duty pickups from the 2017 model year. Power tailgates can open unexpectedly while the trucks are moving. At this point, there's been no recall issued. Wall Street Dow futures down 33 points. NASDAQ futures off 19. More on these stories at townhall.com.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
It's a funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism,
Yes,
so you're
it does.
burning more.
Yeah,
Try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUzone.com.
We've arrived.
What do you mean?
We've hit the big time.
What are you talking about?
I didn't tell you. We're live on MoJo 50 now.
Oh, that. I could have sworn they were just pulling a fast one on us.
Either that or someone at the top has had a mild stroke. Regardless, we now have to make a promo.
Okay, well, that seems simple enough. How long does this have to be?
I was told that we need to take about 60 seconds or so and tell everyone about ourselves.
All right. I was born in a blizzard in the bleak hours of the morning in November.
No, I don't think we need to go back quite that far.
All right, then. I'm Steven.
And I'm Dylan, and we're hosts of the Defenders of American Exceptionalism,
or DOAE show for short.
And we are live Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on MoJo 50.
We go through the politics of today and how it affects the culture and vice versa. And we try to bring it back to the Constitution and the principles above privilege.
I feel like there should be a shirt made with that on it.
Yeah, we already have that.
Oh, so don't forget to check us out. Defenders of American Exceptionalism live Wednesdays and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on MoJo 50.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with WeThePeople.dating. That's WeThePeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
The mothership has landed.
We don't know where it's going, but it's going to be a fun ride. Make sure you join us each and every day, and please share our story and our platform, at least its existence, with your friends and family. And we thank you so much for your support as it is. Our clients are responding and saying that you have responded nicely. So seriously, thank you very much for all of that.
Everybody's responding.
Speaking of that, remember to check out combatflipflops.com. Combat Flip-Flops. Odd name, because you wouldn't think of wearing flip-flops in combat, and that's not what they're suggesting. They're saying that they have been in combat, and if you buy the flip-flops, they can use that money to do some good in the world, because they do good with it. They help Americans. They help people around the globe. They've got a campaign right now where if you buy some products, flip-flops, they got a bunch of things, not just the flip-flops. They got some clothing products as well. If you purchase them at combatflipflops.com, they will donate $5 of each purchase to help women in Afghanistan learn, which is really nice. I mean, it's one thing to say you're going to help people around the world. That's great. When you say, okay, $5 will go to help build schools, to help educate them, so then they can make their own decisions, and they're no longer beholden to those totalitarians.
You're doing something good for your feet and good for the world at the same time.
CombatFlipFlops.com.
We've scoured news platforms and agencies around the globe for today's most profound news headlines. Presenting them now, here's Brad Staggs.
Indeed, profound, brought to you by CombatFlipFlops.com. Taylor Swift has some more sage advice for you, her fans.
Oh my gosh. Please tell me she said that she's supporting Beto.
Nope.
Because I want her to do,
although she
for
probably
Beto,
is,
what she did for
what she did for Phil Bredesen in Tennessee. No, Taylor Swift wants you to get out there and vote. In addition to a post earlier this month about getting to the polls, the singer is now reminding her followers they can vote before Election Day.
Oh.
Yes. She says, it's something I wish I knew about when I was 18 and voting for the first time. Early voting.
She didn't know about that 2
years
ago?
No, she did not know about early voting. She captioned a shot of her toenails painted red, white, and blue.
Well, nothing says early voting like red, white, and blue toenails, right?
So remember, vote early, vote often.
Also, I'm going to remind everybody, if you're like, well, Taylor Swift, maybe I will take her. This is a woman who, talented, God bless her.
Oh, absolutely.
Rich, made a career for herself, good, writes music. I give her a lot of credit. I like some of her little poppy songs. They're fine.
I do too.
But here's a woman who, most of her catalog is about some boy who wronged her.
Yes. Her poor choices in men, her dating trials and tribulations.
Right, because if you keep picking these dudes, you're culpable in this. If you keep picking, not that they would do wrong, but you're picking the wrong men, and then you say, hey, vote for Phil Bredesen.
Right. So
we're going to take your advice on what men to pick.
See, and that's where that's a big fail, is what that is right there.
She votes for Phil, and he gets elected. Trust me. There'll be a song about him in about 6 months.
Yep, that is so true. And I like Phil. I have to say, I like Phil. Mega Millions. The jackpot is now $900 million.
Second highest ever. Don't waste your money, folks. Do not waste your money on this because I'm going to win. So you're just throwing money away if you do it.
Let me just say, and this is true, you are more likely to win an Olympic gold medal.
I'm going to win an Olympic gold medal, too?
Yes, you are far more likely to win an Olympic gold medal.
You think I'm joking? I'm going to join. We're going to get the curling team together in a couple of years. You wait.
Yes, you can take the medals that Bruce Jenner left behind when he died. The drawing, by the way, is tomorrow night. Cash option, $512 million.
General rule, because the cash option isn't, that doesn't mean after taxes. The cash option is.
I thought that did.
No. Here's what they do.
Rip-off.
You can take the payments over 26 years or whatever it is, and they divide that up into 26 payments, or they can give it to you in a lump sum. But if you take the lump sum, they don't give you all of it. That's what it means.
Right. Yeah. So it's kind of it's an incentive for you to get the money up front.
Right. And by the way, you do your own research, but if you do wake up tomorrow and go, oh my gosh, we're Saturday morning, and I won. Usually they tell you it's not guaranteed. The lottery could fold tomorrow, and you're not guaranteed the money. Take the lump sum.
Yes.
Take the lump sum.
Well, are you suggesting that it's possible that governments run out of money and overspend?
No, I'm saying they absolutely do.
Okay.
Take the lump sum, but be smart about it. And so what was the lump sum you got?
$512 million.
So then you have taxes after that. If you look at the total amount you win, general loose rule of thumb, you get around 38 to 40%, depending upon your state and taxes and all this stuff. So general rule of thumb, 38 to 40% is what you walk away with. So you walk away with around 350 million, maybe a little bit more.
That hardly makes it worth it then. I mean, why bother? If you're only going to walk away with $350 million, it's hardly worth getting out of bed for. Just saying. All right, time to play Who Said It? Who said F you, mushroom D?
Mushroom D word?
You meant mushroom D word. F you, mushroom D word.
Oh, it's got to be somebody talking about Trump because of I'm going to say Chelsea Handler.
No. Ron, you have any idea who might have said F you, mushroom D?
Oh, I got a second guess. Go ahead.
Rosie.
Nope. Neither one. What's your
Stormy Daniels.
Wrong. It was Kathy Griffin.
Oh,
defending Stormy Daniels.
Yeah. Had Ron, if we guessed 3 or 4 more times, she would have been there.
Yeah. In what universe would you have ever guessed that Kathy Griffin was defending a porn star?
Anything against Trump. Anything against Trump. That's what.
Oh, you mean because women are objectified?
You would never. Yes, you would never. Yeah, exactly.
Although she does like all the edgy under dark world crap like pornography and.
Well, maybe. She is obviously referring to Trump's reference to Ms. Daniels as horse face, which I don't see the horse face, to be honest with you. Do you?
No, I mean, her face is fine to, in her younger days, maybe even, attractive. It doesn't necessarily get it done for the doctor, but she's okay.
She looks like she's been rode hard, put away wet.
But where did she get the information about the mushroom D?
From Stormy Daniels.
Yes.
Oh.
Remember the whole thing? Trump walked into the room and she was sitting on the bed. He went into the bathroom and she's like, well, I'm sitting on the bed. I guess I'm going to have sex with him. It was like that.
Who hasn't been in that position, right?
Yeah. But by the way, did you see Stormy's nakedness pictures online?
Have you seen her naked?
No.
Oh, yeah, because she's done the little circuit going to the strip clubs and that. I saw one where she was just topless. And
it is.
Do you have links?
Gravity. Ron, gravity.
Yeah, gravity's
not good for any of us. No. It is.
She's one of those people who actually looks better with her clothes on.
From what I saw, yes.
It's just.
Hey, some people are into that sort of thing, and hey, that's cool for you. But for me, no.
Are you suggesting she follows into the Tubby Club? The Chubby Club.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Shall we? Let's move on to something of far more import. Swarms of STD-infected ladybugs have been invading Britain's homes.
Hold it. The ladybugs have ladybug STDs, or they have human STDs, or is it transferable? Please give me more information.
I don't know. Which one do you want it to be? It's actually ladybug. They're harlequin ladybugs. They have black wings. They don't look like...
Of course they're harlequin.
They don't look like the
they're
red ones.
harlot.
They carry la boule beniaris. That's French, I believe. That's a fungal disease transmitted by steamy ladybug on ladybug sex. So I'm not suggesting that all ladybugs would be lesbians, because even the male ladybugs are considered ladybugs.
Right.
Not to be confused with lady boys.
Boy bugs. Lady bugs. Very different.
Yes, and they are far more expensive.
I mean, you're a male ladybug, and you're there's another there's a female ladybug. Oh my gosh! No, it's a lady boy bug. Get out of here!
They unveil the little wings go up, and you're like, whoa! Put the wings back down.
Wow, that's always a disappointment online for me. And you're scrolling down, you're like, all right, that's not a...
Well, if people are watching,
swipe
it's a
right,
disappointment.
swipe right.
Otherwise, if you're alone...
And hey, if it's a fun surprise for you, if that's a bonus, good for you. No judgment.
If it's a what? A
bonus.
I always feel bad about killing a ladybug.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a bug. I mean, you wouldn't think twice if there was some other bug just swatting it off. But a ladybug lands on you.
That's possums and raccoons. Right? Everyone's like, look at the cute little raccoon, but they're happy to kill the possum because possums aren't cute.
Here's funny. When I lived in Nashville, I tried to, there was a possum, and it was an albino possum, came wandering across the backyard, and I thought, I'm going to go feed it. I don't know. That's
right.
So I take cat food out in the backyard, and I'm following, hey, the possum here. But the possum turns around and does that hissing thing.
Oh, yeah.
They are not pretty. They are not pretty when they're hissing at you. And a raccoon will do the very same thing, by the way. You corner it.
People like the raccoons. They're disgusting.
They look like little robbers. Little robbers until you back one in the corner, and they come out like
You know what they're stealing? They're stealing your dirty diapers out of the garbage. That's what they're stealing, the little bandits.
And nibbling on them.
Yeah, that's not good.
Stuff tucked between their teeth. It's his last day on the job today. Do you know who that might be? Last day. He's been doing this for almost 50 years.
Yeah, I was hoping you were saying Matt Locke, but no, I guess not been that long.
The Matt is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, by the way, got a little surprise for Matt Locke later on in this broadcast. Matt Locke of the Conservative Cartel, immediately following your Doc Thompson Daily Mojo on MoJo50.com.
It's the puppeteer behind Big Bird. He is
what's his name?
Retiring today.
I can't remember what his name is.
Bob Spinney. Is it Bob?
No, that's not it.
Yes. Spinney, what's his first name? I lost his first name.
Bob.
We're just going to call him Bob. He's been doing it for 50 years. He says, Big Bird has brought me so many places, opened my mind, nurtured my soul. I plan to be an ambassador for Sesame Workshop for many years to come. After all, we're a family.
Was he actually in the suit?
He was up until 2015.
Carol Spinney.
That's right.
That's
Carol.
Bob's brother. Yes, yeah. It's Carol with.
He's been in that suit for
50 years up until
time.
2015. He came out of the suit. He's now he's been the voice of Big Bird and
he
Oscar.
still does the voice though.
Until today. Today is literally
Did you
his
know?
last day.
Just curious question. Did you know that Big Bird only has one arm at a time that he uses?
Why?
Because Carol Spinney's other arm is working
doing the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a
watch it. Just watch.
There's a punchline in there somewhere.
No, there's not. Not really.
Yes, there is. I'm just not fast enough to come up with it.
You just FedExed me, Ron. You know, the FedEx logo. Somebody pointed out there's an arrow in the middle of the FedEx logo, and now every time I see it, I think arrow, arrow, arrow. So now every time I watch Big Bird, which I don't know how often that'd be, but I'm going to be going one arm, other arm, mouth. You just ruined the whole thing for me, Ron.
That's when you're at home alone and no one's watching you. You're watching
All
Big
right,
Bird.
let's just get a break. We'll come back more of your headlines next on this Mojo 50.
We don't care what you stick where, but we're not paying for it. Comprende? Mojo 50.
Have you done it? You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
It
Now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called RiduZone, RIDUZone.com, RIDUZone.com. It's Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to RiduZone.com and try today. You're going to love it. RiduZone.com. Remember that, RIDUZone.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth on the rocks. No chaser, no marches, no protest, only small, limited government, constitutional conversations, exclusively on MoJo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on MoJo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on MoJo 50. Live free.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on MoJo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
Talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And of course, we'll be spotlighting business, as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick Mosier will join us, and he has his own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours. So we will have...
Somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything, food.
Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs on MoJo 50. Please go to therichsolution.com. Therichsolution.com is where you can get rich. Rich, I say.
No, that's
it's the solution to you being filthy, stinking.
That's not what the rich.
They're like metaphorical. It's metaphorical richness.
Rich. It's Gwen Rich and her husband Adam Rich.
Now that changes my entire pitch.
Solution to good health.
Different.
It's a solution to good health.
I see. And solutions also include solutions.
As in liquids.
Like products that'll help you out as well. Gwen and Adam Rich have a really great story. Go to therichsolution.com. Find out for yourself. They have a book that outlines the whole thing. And Gwen struggles. She has survived cancer that few people have survived this long. And they outline what it's about and how you can get through some of these things, whether it's cancer or some of the other. Some of it includes supplements. You eating the proper vitamins and the proper amounts in the proper order. All of these things, and also making sure they're high quality. So go to therichsolution.com. If you go under life extension, I think it is.
It is.
I think it's Life Extension. You can go there and you can see the combinations of products, or you can buy the kits that they've put together for you that are similar to what they've used. But the whole thing's up there. But trust me, if you're trying to eat right, live healthier, this is an opportunity for you to do that. Just go to therichsolution.com.
T-minus 19 days until election for the midterm elections 2018. T-minus 19. But remember, as Taylor Swift says, you can vote early and vote often. It is National Chocolate Fairy Cake Day.
Fairy cake?
Fairy cake.
I heard it's fabulous.
It is, with sprinkles. That is a fairy cake is what the British call a cupcake. A fairy cake. Remember, they smoke fags, too.
You know, I didn't think it could be more insulting to call someone a cupcake, but to call them a fairy cake?
Well, it's not fairy cake.
I'm going to start using that.
I think we have a new nickname for
Oh, my
somebody.
gosh.
By the way, the origin of the cupcake goes back as far as 1796, where cakes cooked in small cups were first mentioned.
All right. Well, great.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
So it was on this day in 1867, the U.S. took possession of something. What was it? 1867.
Alaska.
Yes. It was in 1898.
Seward's Folly that turned out to be Seward, who was the Secretary of State?
In 67?
For Lincoln. Can't think of what.
Gosh.
Anyways.
I always forget that one, too.
I was looking at, I don't know, like 6 months ago, his biography. This cat put it together. Holy moly.
The Alaska deal?
Yeah, just lots of stuff. Well, he was one of the ones that they were targeting for assassination when they got Lincoln, and they broke into his house and beat the snot out of him and some members of his family and fought him off. So he survived that. There was something else really interesting. And then they called it Seward's Folly because you're buying all this frozen tundra up there from Russia.
Right.
What was it, like $17 million he paid?
$17 million.
Anyway, they took more in trees out of that in 1 year.
Yep.
Not to mention the gold and uranium and silver and copper, and go down the list, and fish and
as many moose as you can eat.
Strategic location to the rest. I mean, amazing. That would have been a deal at even double the price. So
we didn't get quite the good deal in 1898.
What happened?
We took possession of something else in 1898 on this day.
Is it Puerto Rico?
Yes. They don't have any moose in Puerto Rico.
No.
And didn't get any copper, zinc, nothing.
Bananas.
Plantains.
Were good. There it is.
So it all worked out. Zac Efron is 30 today. Chuck Berry would be 92, but he's been dead for a year. Lindsey Vonn.
Berry, we're coming back in just a minute. The Gong Show.
Is not that. No, that's Chuck Barris.
Oh,
Chuck
you're talking Johnny
Berry.
Be Good.
Yes,
Johnny Be Good.
Okay. Chuck Berry. Lindsey Vonn is 33. She's hot. Crazy, but hot. And Spencer Martin is 15 years old today. Spencer Martin, 15 years old.
Your little thing here, where you do these little reality stars or whatever, it's far less annoying when they're adults. When you tell me these people that are 15.
Spencer Martin has 95,000 Instagram followers, and I want to just show you his Instagram page here. That's how you get 95.
He's just taking stupid pictures of himself.
Yes, that's pretty much it. And he's got, they're
they're falling because the young girls like him. That's all it is. All right.
95,000 of them. How many you got on Instagram?
I don't know, like 1,400.
Just checking, just thinking maybe you might.
Okay.
A man has died from an extremely...
I don't like the Instagram platform. That's why. It's not that I couldn't have 95,000.
I don't understand.
I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
I don't like it because I like MeWe. That's why. Because Instagram's owned by Facebook. That's why.
That's right.
I choose not to have 95,000.
Are you going to delete your account today?
No.
Yeah. A man has died from an extremely rare disease, extremely rare, after he ate squirrel brains.
What's the disease?
It's
because I'm telling you, eating the squirrel brain sounds like the disease.
I was going to say it's rare unless you eat squirrel brains. Apparently, I don't know why you would eat squirrel brains. It is the variant of the Crutchfeld-Jacob disease, a fatal brain condition caused by infectious proteins called prions.
So you get a brain disease from eating the brains. That sounds about right.
Weird how that happens, isn't it?
Now, is that if you eat them at all, or just if you don't cook them properly? Because a lot of these diseases you get if you don't cook them thoroughly.
Well, I would say that if you don't cook it thoroughly, you're more likely to get the disease because you're dealing with the raw meat or the raw brain matter.
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds.
But who doesn't like walking through the park and cracking open a squirrel every now and then and just
right there out of the skull?
Just crack.
Because I don't know the proper how you. We'll have to ask Chef Patrick. He's coming up later today too. He's going to be part of my little Matlock from the Conservative Cartel little surprise we got for him. But
really,
I don't know the proper. the standard ways or most common ways you eat squirrel brains. I don't know if it's fried, sautéed, raw, like kind of a sushi.
Fry them up in
squirrel
the pan,
brain sushi. I don't know.
Would you try squirrel brains? I mean, if like squirrel brains.
Well, not after that story. If you'd asked me like a week ago, I probably would have said, sure.
Properly cooked.
I mean, do I have a couple beers in me? Is there money on the line? There's some questions I asked, but I could see myself trying them.
That's true. Coming from the man who almost ate a fish at Chris Cruz's wedding.
Listen, and I not just loaded up where I was like stuffed to the gills.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That I did there?
Yeah, I do. It was an opioid overdose that got her.
Who?
Roseanne Barr's character on The Conners. That's how they wrote her out of the show.
Opioid abuse.
5 months after
did they kill her off?
They killed her off. They killed the bitch.
See, that's quite a statement if you're killing her off.
Yes, that is quite the statement. She, in the first episode, Dan, John Goodman, and the kids are 3 weeks into dealing with the aftermath of her sudden death from what they believe to be a heart attack. However, it turns out that she died of an opioid abuse after borrowing pills from a neighbor, Mary Steenburgen, who had the prescription. So you see, they weren't even her opioids. She died from an overdose of somebody else's opioids.
Didn't they kill Dan off, though, the last?
No, he's still alive.
They did
when
they wrapped up. Yeah.
It was a dream.
Yeah, it was all a dream.
And so are your headlines. Brought to you by RichSolution.com.
Yeah, see, the ABC has screwed this entire thing up. They even admitted they have.
Yes, they have.
Oh, well.
What's a MoJo? What's a MoJo? $20, same as downtown. MoJo 50.
The Adrian Slade Show.
The polling shows it is swaying for the right in the midterms because of this hack job. But we can't let that energy die down because the left is doing everything it can to energize its base. It's going to tech companies, having you register straight through Twitter, straight through Facebook. It's got it straight through Google. You've got HBO out there putting out commercials to vote, and they do so with a slant towards the Me Too movement. And now they're digging deep into culture. They're getting into the Marvel Universe.
My first time, everybody clapped afterwards.
I mean, I didn't know how to do it.
Where to put it, where to slide it in.
Did it. I voted. Voting is so hot.
And the fact that they're doing this with sexual innuendo is ridiculous. I mean, hey, baby, let me shove my ballot in your box. Look, when I'm shading that bubble with my pencil, I don't draw outside the lines. I might bust a sticker on your chest.
Hey guys, it's Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. You know, everyone lives with a little bit of pain, but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with DiaThrive. DiaThrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, DiaThrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. DiaThrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give DiaThrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's DiaThrive.com. Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out WeThePeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
This is Just a Minute with Stacey Washington. Are you a worrier? Is fear a constant companion? Well, there's a solution for that. It's prayer and scripture memorization. It has become vogue to cattily mock people who pray. The mockers have no understanding of God. Just a few of God's attributes describe him as our high tower, refuge, holy, Alpha and Omega, hope of glory, day star, and bright hope. These descriptors are a comfort to the believer. God is right here and operating on our behalf. Philippians 4:6-7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Fear has no place in the life of a believer, but as humans, we will experience fear. Psalm 19 tells us that memorizing scripture makes us wise while refreshing the soul. I'm Stacy Washington. Find out more at stacyontheright.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never for sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters. And 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
Thompson, Brad Staggs, MoJo 50. We have a change of venue to announce for this Saturday's Cigar and Spirits Magazine event in Fort Worth, Texas, if you have your tickets. It has been raining almost nonstop for, I don't know, 10, 12 days, something like that.
I just stepped in a Labrador.
Hey, and it's a poodle.
I always get that one wrong.
So they, yeah, it's been raining. It's crazy. I mean, the sparkling blue MoJo River that runs right outside our studio.
Beautiful.
But it is swollen.
Yes, it is very swollen.
It is about to crest its banks. Still beautiful, but
still very wet.
So they have a different venue. All you have to do is go to the website, cigarandspirits.com.
Yes, and the event will now be held at the Shipping and Receiving Bar. That sounds interesting. The Shipping and Receiving Bar is just 2 blocks from downtown. It's 10 minutes away from the heart of the ranch. But make sure that if you buy tickets, that you do not go out to the Clear Fork Ranch. Do not go there. Go to the Shipping and Receiving Bar, because if you go to the Clear Fork Ranch, we won't be there.
No, it's not going to happen.
No.
By the way, we have a new client, and this is such a cool client. We are so glad to tell you about this client, not just because they are a client, which helps our business grow, but they do some really cool things. And they are going to help us with another little project about a month down the road as we head down to Black Friday, which is going to be so cool for you. Tar River Arms. Go to tarriverarms.com. Tarriverarms.com. It is America's first virtual gun store. Now, you may be able to purchase other places firearms online. You may see those. They're out there, whatever. But what Tar River Arms has done is make it easier and more comfortable than ever for you to purchase an online firearm.
It's really cool. I was looking through the inventory yesterday, and they've got some really good firearms at great prices.
TarRiverArms.com. Now, you're right. So number one, it's easier. Number two, amazing prices. They're so good. But one of the things the trouble you have if you're purchasing firearms online, if you know the weapon you want,
right?
And you say, I want this model of this make, whatever, that's fine. That's great. You can look at it, you can see all the specs, whatever, you're good to go. It's still easy because what they'll do is they'll ship it and make it real easy to ship to your local federal licensed firearm.
Local FFL.
Yeah, FFL. So they'll take care of all of it. It's done. You just go and pick it up. It's very simple. If you don't know exactly what you want, maybe you're familiar, you're not, they have high quality, high resolution photos. So good that when they've cleaned them, if they missed a hair or a little speck of dust, you can see it on the gun. So you get a great idea. They've modernized online firearm sales to accommodate the online generation. It is tarriverarms.com. If you prefer the brick and mortar experience, you got the 3D interactive experience to view the gun you're purchasing.
This is amazing stuff. They really are. This is revolutionary. I've looked for guns online in the past, and obviously you can't find them. This is amazing.
Now listen to this. They've got the weekly special. So you find a good gun and they ship it out to your local FFL, right?
Yep.
You don't have to pay the shipping. You don't have to pay the broker fee. You order the price you see. Boom, that's it. When you check out, that's it. Because you order other places, you got to ship it. And guns are heavy. That can be pricey. Number two, you get the additional fees from the FFL. They take care of all of it. It's a veteran-owned business. It's veteran-run. This is a really cool website and revolutionary, and they are happy that they are on with us, and we are happy that they are with us, and we're going to grow together. TarRiverArms.com. Check it out today. In the coming weeks, we'll tell you about some of their specials, but just look at them today. TarRiverArms.com. Joining us now, Matthew Hennessy, Wall Street Journal Associate Editor and author of 0 Hour for Gen X. Matthew, how are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty well. I have a little bit of a cold. You'll be able to hear it in my voice. I apologize.
It's okay. You still sound better than we do. Yeah. So you're good to go. So I love anybody who writes reports or has studied the different generations, because we're at an interesting time when we've seen the evolution and the rise of millennials coming adults and challenging, the workforce and all these other things. It's a really different time because Gen X didn't have the same impact on the baby boomers that the millennials are having on Gen X. So what is the 0 hour for Gen X now?
Well, what you're talking about is really a function of Generation X's rather small size compared to those other generations. Baby boom was gigantic, the largest generation in America at its time, and it had a massive effect on everything from music to politics to business to love, marriage, and the baby carriage and all that stuff. So they swept through the culture like a tsunami, just crushing things as they went. They're still doing it. They're still at it. Generation X kind of snuck in behind, rather small, only about 60 million people. There was a bit of a pendulum effect. We just sort of reacted against, not all of us obviously, but in speaking generally, we reacted against what we saw as the excesses and the self-regard of the baby boom, and kind of went interior a little bit. We're known as a melancholy, sort of broody group from the beginning, and it's reflected in the music we liked and the movies we liked and all that stuff. But we kind of snuck under the radar for a long time. And then the millennials came along, and they're even bigger than the baby boomers.
Wow.
When the counting is done, there's going to be almost 80 million millennials probably, which is just more than the 70 odd million baby boomers. So they're having a similar effect on the culture and the economics and the political scene that the baby boom had, and it's in its earliest days, but it's noticeable and people are talking about it. So I wrote this book because I was starting to wonder if maybe my generation was simply going to get shunted aside, and if the torch was going to be passed from the baby boomers right over our heads to the millennials. It seems to be what's happening.
Matthew, what's so funny about that is part of the reason it's called Gen X, because it was, and I am Gen Xer, is lost generation, that we were, kind of second class because it was a smaller group. And you're right. When I was going through the workforce early on, they're like, sit down and shut up, kid. You're young. You don't know what you're talking about. Listen to us. So I waited for my turn, and I, got some experience, and I get in there decades, and everyone goes, shut up, kid, and sit down. You're too old.
Yeah.
They just jumped right over us.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we played by the rules. I mean, the baby boomers, for all their madness, they also played by the rules.
Sure.
They knew that you don't get something for nothing, and you don't get bumped to the front of the line on the first day. You got to put your time in. You got to do the work. You got to prove that you can do the work, and then we'll see how high you rise based on your competence and your commitment. That was the way workplaces generally functioned for a long time. We find here in the last 5 to 10 years that everyone's focusing not on the 45-year-old Gen Xers career, but on the 25-year-old millennial's career. How are we going to conform our business to suit his needs? How are we going to change the daily experience in the office or the workplace to make sure they don't leave after a year, which is quite common among millennials? They have a hard time sitting still. They have a hard time staying in one job for 20, 25 years. None of them are old enough to have been in a job that long, but
right.
but they're known for changing jobs frequently, right. Changing romantic partners frequently. A very restless group.
So how does Gen X make an impact in the millennials? How do we make sure, I mean, we've got solid values that America needs.
Yeah, well, so the big ticket here is the technology. So we were raised in this pre-revolutionary moment technologically, Gen Xers. Obviously, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have email. We didn't have text or any of that stuff. We had the telephone, and we had the postcard.
How did we
had
survive?
all the same things that Teddy Roosevelt had. Well,
right.
Teddy Roosevelt maybe didn't have the phone, but maybe in the Oval Office he did. So we were raised like, in the dinosaur era technologically. That sounds like bad news. It sounds like it would have equipped us poorly for the current moment. I actually think it's equipped us very well, because what's required is a kind of a sensibility of resistance, of pushing back against this creeping technological infiltration into every aspect of our lives, not just at work, but in our personal relationships, whereby we text mom rather than call her, or we text our daughter rather than call her, or millennials have responded to surveys saying that they far rather text people. They think it's a much better form of communication than talking face-to-face. I happen to think the opposite, so I need to make that known. I think that text and email is the source of great miscommunication. People very frequently don't pick up on your actual meaning. They think you're insulting them or that you're cracking wise.
Hence emojis,
in fact, you're
right?
Trying to tell.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of avenue for chaos if in a world of text and technology that the human touch can alleviate. And so what I'm arguing for is a return to the human touch. So the only people who can make that argument are the people who remember what it was like before.
The good news is for Gen X, we really were kind of the bridge, because you're right, we didn't have that technology, but we sampled some of the early. I mean, video games had just come into existence, Space Invaders and those and asteroids from that, and early computers and stuff, not to this level. But I think you're right. We have a link to the past, pre all of that stuff, that says, hey, there are some better ways. There are some things from the past that are good. And yet, hopefully, we'll be able to communicate with the millennials and even Gen Z behind them, because we are not adverse to the technology.
No, we're not. I mean, there is, like I said, a pendulum effect when it comes to these generations, and I'm speaking very broadly. So this Generation Z, or iGen, which is coming up behind millennials, there was an article in my newspaper suggesting that perhaps they're the antidote, the anti-millennials. They're actually they're against all this tech and technology that they see their parents getting swept away by, and their parents, that would be me. So I have a 14-year-old daughter. She would be a member of that generation, Generation Z, and so what I'm arguing for is that people like me, and I confess that I am guilty. It's part of the reason why I wrote this book, is that I was getting carried away with my phone and my social media and looking at it first thing in the morning and last thing at night and all day in between, and at the dinner table, at the breakfast table, and I thought, this is not such a great example to be setting for my daughter, because she sees me. I could tell her, don't do this. I could tell her, put down the phone. I could tell her, don't text your friends, call them. But if she sees me doing it, well, all is lost. So part of the reason I wrote this book is because I needed to correct myself or explore what was going on with me. And I think that the real power that Generation X has is in the home. We have found ourselves at midlife as the parents of young children. We're in that stage of life right now. So if we're going to correct, or if we're going to change the world, it has to start, at the dinner table, at the Little League game. We have to show them that there's a better way of living, that you don't need to lose your mind the way we did a little bit when these gadgets came along.
Matthew, fascinating stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tweet out a link and post it on other social media as well. The book is 0 Hour for Gen X, How the Last Adult Generation Can Save America from Millennials. Fascinating stuff. And I wish you all the success in the world.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate you joining us. Matthew Hennessy, 0 Hour for Gen X, and I'll post a link to it or whatever. Did you catch what he just said about I'm guilty of this?
It's easier.
I'm setting a bad example for my daughter. If you replace him saying texting at the dinner table with smoking, it still applies.
Oh, that's a good point.
Do as I say, not as I do. That was something Gen Xers and baby boomers even said of their parents.
It is, but
it's funny how smoking's not even a thing, really.
No, but every generation there's something that doesn't that we don't want to carry over to the next, and we want to save them from us.
I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. We got to get a quick break, and we'll come back and explain. Millennials have been given a really raw deal. They really have not been serviced well, and a lot of it's our fault. I know they're doing some things wrong themselves as well, but they're also doing some things right in the generation behind them. I'm actually pretty optimistic about all this. I think we've already dealt with a lot of the BS, and I think we got a lot of good to come. I'll explain coming up next on your Daily Mojo.
MoJo for every state. MoJo 50.
Take the
Conservative Cartel.
I have an Indiana phone now. Born and raised, whole entire life, right? And in today's world, it doesn't matter anymore. Every time I call somebody down here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they're like, 260? Yeah, it's Indiana. I'm not giving it up. So I got this text the other day, and here's the text, Ron. It says, pending your application. President Trump needs you to request your absentee ballot before the deadline requested here. Ron Phillips, my liberal friends on social media, had a coronary. He went to his Facebook page and he said, oh my God, Donald Trump's emergency system's now texting me. Oh, I've been hacked. I'm like, dude, first of all, put your tampon in, sit down for a second so you don't bleed to death, and shut up and let me explain to you what's happening. Seriously, you big baby.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
It's a funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RADUzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism, so you're burning more.
Yeah,
Try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUzone.com.
Are you tired of the bar scene? Tired of trying to meet people that maybe you just don't know? I'll tell you what, I'm a classic example of online dating. I met my beautiful wife online on a dating platform, and you can too. Check out wethepeople.dating. There's a better way for all of you single guys and you ladies out there. You know what? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner ought to be your number one goal, just like the Constitution. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, if you're looking for someone, you don't have any time, you've got a computer, you've got an internet, you can start browsing wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner shouldn't be a mantra, it should be a goal. For the love of people and people of love. Listen to Matt Locke. Check out wethepeople.dating.
Doc Thompson, MoJo 50.
25-year-old man in the UK carrying out a solo sex act outside the police station again. A witness saw Benjamin Dankin staring at St. Mary's Wharf police station. Just standing there, staring at the police station, just standing. The witness told him, "Stop it or I'm going to call the cops." A while later, the witness spotted him again. Damn it, I told that guy to stop touching himself.
And he didn't. He's still doing it.
He's still doing it. Steve, go out and tell him to stop that. Go out there and just whack him.
No.
Whack him right. Whack.
You don't want it.
What?
No, you don't want it. He already is. So
jerk him right out of that front of the police.
No. It's again, you're being redundant. Speak to him firmly.
I don't think that.
No,
that's not going to work either.
You know why?
Why is that?
Because it feels good.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A, thrive.com.
All right, we'll get some communiques and talk a little bit more about generations. I am not a person who is hopelessly optimistic. I've never been accused of that. I don't think I'm really a pessimist.
You're more of an optimist than I am.
Yeah, I would say, well, that's just because you're a pessimist. That's more of that. I'm kind of a realist about this stuff. Here's the thing. I want to be optimistic. I want to be. But I'm also very skeptical. Skeptics get a bum rap.
You should be skeptical.
Right. I want to believe. I see the dream. I see the big picture, but I have some questions.
It's Fox and Mulder.
Listen, if you can, Brad, if you can come up with even the simplest of ways to explain these that are believable, I'm in. You will get my money. Listen, Prince that's stuck in Nigeria or I will give you my money.
Right.
As long as you can explain reasonably, but you don't. You're always like, oh, no, it's. Now, see, that doesn't make sense. So I'm aware, I'm cynical, skeptic,
optimistic.
but I want to be optimistic, maybe because it's what it is. And I am optimistic about the future when it comes to generations. See, we have already dealt with much of the bad of the generational changes. And let me say, millennials, you've gotten a bum rap. People unjustly attack you in many ways. Yeah, guys, you got some issues there. But some of that's not your fault. You didn't raise yourself.
No, that's true. Absolutely
what
true.
you think, believe, and do is a result of society and all of your parents and whatever, just like ours were as well. Now, at some point, you got to man up and take responsibility. But your whole little, everybody gets a trophy world or whatever. But what the rest of the world doesn't realize, every other generation, the millennials know that's crap. They know that everybody gets a generation or a trophy generation. They knew that was wrong. They still kept score, and they have been hit with this court of public opinion, the Me Too stuff, the political correctness. They have had to live with political correctness. They can't speak up. They've been told not to. Right? It's going to be bad. And they've lived this on college campuses. They've come into the corporate world that we've all learned to navigate. All right, I can tell Brad that off-color joke, but I got to make sure no one's around. They've been stifled. Do you know what it must be like to be stifled like that? And yet still, the millennial generation has found a way to navigate those waters. They make less than their previous generations. They've got this huge debt. They've got all these things, but still, they prioritized what mattered to them. Things like they want that technology, so they're not going to buy a house. And that's the reason they keep, quote unquote, killing off some of these products or industries because they're not interested in them. Well, they're starting to buy houses and stuff like this. They're starting to learn. So millennial generation, you have a lot going for you. You have a great perspective and a lot of stuff we didn't have. And that's awesome. You got to learn a few things, just like every other generation. It's just some of the things you would have likely known older, when you got older, through experience as other generations. Some of the things you don't know, most of us learned earlier on in our lives. So you got kind of a flip there. So as far as America goes, they're learning, they're figuring it out. They've had years now to realize that liberal crap is just that. Progressivism is wrong. So they're getting that. Now, Gen Z, or as he said, the iGen, the generation behind millennials, they're coming up fast. And they are saying, hell no to political correctness.
Good.
I have seen this, folks. We have got a fun future. Listen, you baby boomers out there, political correctness. You hate it. Gen Xers, oh my gosh, do we hate political correctness?
Yes.
We were, rock and roll, grabbing people's ass.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Telling jokes, as I said yesterday. We told jokes about the Germans and the Jews and the blacks, mostly the blacks. This is what we did. It was fun. It was out there. And now you got millennials and corporate America and corporate stopping. The other generation coming up is saying, no, we're all right there. Millennials are learning. I say things around office and millennials are like, oh my gosh, I got.
I know, it's actually kind of fun to watch their reaction.
Because they want it. They just don't know how.
Are there enough of them that get it, though?
Oh, yes. And they're going to be forced to. Because Gen Z behind them is going to beat their ass. It's coming.
Good.
They are going to control the culture.
Good.
That's what I mean. So, folks, the political correctness is going away. So if you've been pissed at this for decades now, it's going to take a few years. But
we're getting a jump start on it here.
We're getting a jump, and this is where we live. So from a life and being happy perspective, it's all going away. You'll be happy with it. From a business standpoint, get on board now, because this is the format of the future.
Get on board the love train.
I like that.
Yeah.
I might get on board the friendship train.
Oh,
I love Gladys Knight. She was a real happy butt. Anyway, so remember, political correctness is not being mean. It's speaking your mind, or being politically incorrect.
Right.
Is speaking your mind and saying what you want.
And there's some humor in it, and it doesn't come from a place of hate. It just
may, but not all of it. And you have to. It's a choice. So you speak your mind. Hey, that comes from a place of hate, or I don't like it, I'm out of here. Or oh my gosh, that's so funny, I like it. Or it comes from a place of hate, and I like it. It's called a choice.
We have to laugh at ourselves.
Political correctness is simply infringing speech. That's all it is. It may come from a business, it may come from a government, it may come from society, but that's all it does.
It's really scary. When you start losing your sense of humor, that's when things.
Here's how you fight against it, and this is who we are. You fight against political correctness and all of this stuff by standing up to it and being willing to suffer. So when you're called out for the dirty joke or the whatever that really was not a problem, and you say, you know what, okay, I understand you don't want to be around that, and you try to go your own way, but they still try to persecute you for it, punish you, maybe fire you for it or something like that. Or as a politician where you start going, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, or your business, you've got to stand up and say, fine, you do it because I'm right here. I didn't hurt anybody. We can go our own ways. That's how it is. And then number 2, start giving people a pass when they offend you. Understand? And walk away. Are you optimistic as I am? Did that make sense? Or do you think I'm wrong?
I'm cautiously optimistic. It'll be interesting to see what the future brings, and I am all on board in the fight against PC because I'm sick and tired of it.
Well, Brad, who knows what tomorrow brings when few hearts survive? All I know is the way I feel, and it's real. Keeping it alive.
And to remember the name of the song.
Love, lift us up where we belong.
See, it's all in the delivery. Jennifer Warnes.
There it is.
And
Joe Cocker, baby.
That's it.
Officer and
Joe
gentleman.
Cocker, that's right.
Cocker. Hey,
barely knew her.
What are some of those products at Gen X, or do you want to get some communiques?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do communiques.
First of all, Sneaking Doug did have a correction for you. Doc Thompson showed the word you were looking for is averse. We are not averse to that. We are not adverse to that.
Thank you, averse.
And actually, the funny thing was, just the other day, I had to look the two up.
Yeah.
What the hell? We got the extra D in there makes a world of difference.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for that. And there are a handful of words like that. There was another one. What's the... advice and advise. People screw that up. I have to think about that one now and then when I'm writing things.
Right. Well,
one's a C and one's an S.
Languaging is hard.
Effect, affect. Those are kind of tricky too.
Farther and further.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That is that. Those are specific. Those have just become the same thing now.
I had an English teacher in 9th grade who told me, I wrote a paper and I said it was the furthest thing from my mind, and he came back and says it's farther and further and fartherest and furtherest.
I want you to know that didn't help me any.
No, he said. I said,
if you were thinking that would help me, no, you made it worse.
Farthest and further. There's no such word as farthest and furthest. This is an English teacher telling me this, and the next day he said, "Yeah, you're right. It's farthest and furthest." And farthest is distance. Furthest is a concept. It's the furthest thing from my mind, but the gas station is farther down.
Oh, so if it's like an idea, it's the furthest.
Yes, the furthest
distance is farthest because it's very far.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly.
Have you known something that you stopped to look up and then every time forward had to look it up?
Like you were right. It won't stick.
Yeah, it stuck. You had it naturally in. What was the one that did effect and effect?
Yes,
that was one of the few things I actually knew and got right. And one day I looked it up, and then every time since I'm like, okay, I got to really think about this when I write it.
Just think a verb. Affect is a verb. Effect is a noun.
Somebody pointed out, you know how when you write there, that's possessive, like it's yours and Ron's there, THEIR, and you're like, is it IE or EI in that one? My nephew taught me all of the there start with THE. That's how you can remember it. That was one that sometimes I'd be like, is that one I or E?
But remember, I before E except after C.
And there's a lot of other cases too.
There's no C in there, but E is before the I. See how stupid it all is?
Well, I'm glad we covered that today.
Yeah, it's your lesson.
All right. Hey, we got Chef Patrick coming up, and also a little special thing for Matt Locke of the Conservative Cartel. He's going to love it.
More of Doc Thompson next. MoJo 50. This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. MoJo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump says that while Saudi Arabia is a key ally in the Mideast, he is not giving cover to the Saudis when it comes to the disappearance and presumed killing of Saudi columnist Jamal Khashoggi. In his latest and final column, Khashoggi made a case for freedom of the press in the Mideast.
A column written by Jamal Khashoggi that was received by the Washington Post a day after he was reported missing has been published. In the column, Khashoggi, a frequent critic of the Saudi crown prince, writes that governments in the Middle East have been given free rein to continue silencing the media at an increasing rate.
That's correspondent Mike Rossier. Wisconsin authorities say a missing girl's parents were shot to death, and they believe the teenager was in the home at the time. Police are still searching for 13-year-old Jamie Kloss. Congress asking executives from Kia and Hyundai to testify next month about fires in some of their cars.
The request follows hundreds of reports of spontaneous fires, melted wires, and smoke in 2010 through 2015 models. The Center for Auto Safety is also demanding a recall of nearly 3 million vehicles. In a press release, it says there's been nearly one non-collision-related fire in affected models every single day for the past 4 months. A company spokesman says they're reviewing the invitation to appear, but that the company is already monitoring reports of fires and acts quickly to recall any vehicles with safety-related issues.
Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hines. A Treasury Department employee is free on bond for being charged with leaking confidential banking reports of people charged in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia probe. Dangerous flooding persists across a large swath of central Texas. There's more rain in the forecast. On Wall Street this morning, Dow futures down 70 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
This is David Barton with another moment from America's history. Shortly after the American Revolution, America had become the envy of the world. It still remains a wonder of the modern world as 219 years later, America has become the longest ongoing constitutional republic in the history of the world. What was the foundation upon which our founding fathers established this great nation? According to John Adams, the foundation was Christianity. John Adams declared, "The general principles on which the fathers achieved independence were the general principles of Christianity. Now I will avow that I then believed, and now believe, that those general principles of Christianity are as eternal and immutable as the existence and attributes of God." According to founding father John Adams, it was the principles of Christianity which formed the foundation for American government.
For more information on God's hand in American history, contact Wall Builders at 1-800-8REBUILD.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with WeThePeople.dating. That's WeThePeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
The mothership has landed.
Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs on MoJo 50, coming to you from the banks of the beautiful MoJo River, right next to the Freedom Forest, overlooking beautiful downtown Fort Worth, Texas.
Just saw Big Bear out there slapping a salmon in the river.
It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's really just nice to have that spectacle every day. It feels great.
It does.
By the way, we are now heard on even more platforms. Found out yesterday we are now up on Overcast as well. That's a podcasting platform.
I get it. It's Overcast, like it's Overcast Skies.
Okay, sure. Sure. Yeah. And Podcast Republic, or is it Republic Podcast?
I think it's
Podcast Republic.
Podcast Republic. Yeah. We've got that one. Stitcher now. Spreaker, of course. You can go to that. We've got iTunes and iHeart. All of those are podcast platforms. But if you want the live stream, we're slowly growing there as well. We continue to add. We've got, of course, Facebook Live. We've got Twitter and Periscope. We've got our live broadcast that you can get via our stream.
Yes.
Via our website.
MoJo50.com, and it's about a third of the way down the page. You click the listen live here, and
yeah, it's right there.
Listen live.
But another great feature is YouTube. We've got our YouTube channel up as well, so you can go back and watch it anytime, but you can also get the live feed. Just search MoJo50, Conservative Cartel, Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs. You'll see it come up, but please subscribe to that as well. Joining us now, the Food Biz Pro, Chef Patrick Mosier, joining us from our sister platform, Spoonie.com. You want more information on that, go to Spoonie dot
nice.
com.
That's
.com.
That's for the millennials.
Right. Yesterday, Patrick and I had a long and lengthy discussion about wild rice, specifically MoJo wild rice.
Yes.
Guys.
Here's the problem. So I get on this phone call.
Steamy conversation.
Right, with the folks at MoJoWildRice.com. Of course, nostalgia, but you can get to them via MoJoWildRice.com. And we get in this conversation, and they're just telling us, some of the products they have going on and what they're going to focus on this fall and some of the things. And the problem is, it's bad enough when I have a conversation with them because the whole time I'm going, yeah. Yeah.
Drooling.
And then Patrick starts talking about it, and he starts chefing it all up, right? I'm just thinking like, okay, some rice, it's really good. And then Patrick's like, no, you know what we could do? He goes, I'll do some recipes for you. And he goes, and I'll take a big, beautiful piece of salmon. And he goes, and I'll put that with some, and he starts he's crafting these dishes. And I'm like,
food porn.
Right, that's what he's doing to me. I can't hang out with this guy anymore.
We wait till Friday for food porn. Every other day of the week, it's just food.
I don't know.
Pretty much all food porn with me, just so you know.
Anytime.
Yeah, but try the MoJo Wild Rice. This is such an amazing product. It's one of the best kept secrets, and that's what you never want to be in business. You do not want to be a kept secret.
No, it just that doesn't really add to your overall
If you're going to be a secret, you want to be a kept one.
Right. MoJoWildRice.com. It starts with the wild rice, the only native grain in North America. It's more of a seed than your traditional rice, which means it's healthy for you. So it eats like a rice. If you want it more of like a sticky rice, cook it a little longer, a little more water. You can cook it with a broth, like a chicken broth or a beef
it's so
broth.
much better that way.
Oh, it's awesome because it flavors the rice.
You said native grain. I hope they can back that up with the DNA.
They can.
test.
Oh, they can. It's more than 1,024th native
Good.
grain.
All
It's like 5/12th native grain.
See, there you
It's
go.
right there.
really
But it is naturally gluten-free, cholesterol-free.
High in fiber.
High in fiber, almost a complete protein. And folks, this is like
Really
a
good.
superfood is what we're talking about here. And it tastes great. That's the best part. It's got the trace minerals in that, but you're going to go do it because it tastes great. Make up a bunch at the beginning of the week. Have it all week. You got great meals for the family. Just go to MoJoWildRice.com. MoJoWildRice.com. And, of course, got the jellies and the jams and the pepper jams and the syrups. But they're also going to talk a little bit more about the wild rice mixes they have coming up. And Patrick said the waffle mixes. And Patrick's going to make us some waffles soon.
Yep. Oh, and look for the interview with them coming up probably next week. It'll be airing on MoJo, on Spoonie.
Right.
Yum.
Yeah, so
Yum,
it's
yum,
good
yum.
stuff. So go to MoJoWildRice.com and appreciate you supporting our sponsors. It's MoJoWildRice.com. Patrick Mosier, what headlines are we going to talk about today?
Well, we don't live in England, but if we did, there's a big push to lower the calories to a specific number. Pizzas must shrink.
Stop it.
Or lose their toppings under a new government's anti-obesity plan.
Oh, well, that's just what we haven't done enough of that.
What,
right?
the mayor of New York moved to England?
No. Is Michael
it's his
Bloomberg
twin.
running
It's
for
his
king?
twin.
Oh,
Yes.
jeez.
Okay, so what will specifically pizza or a lot of things?
So it's pizza and ready-made meals. So those that are ready to consume right out of the package. Just heat and
Takeaways.
serve.
Oh, you're talking takeaways?
Yep. Yes, takeaways. So
That's what they call
They
them
call
over
like
there.
fast food
Yeah.
and takeout food. Takeaways.
there is an epidemic of children coming out of middle school or grade school that are obese or morbidly obese. And so they're limiting the calories now on pizzas to 928 calories. And for savory pies, it's 695
I love
calories.
savory pies.
Mm.
Can
we say that in the air?
Savory pies are awesome.
Okay,
so
but-
I got a over here question.
Yep.
Over here, corner.
Yeah,
Hi
yes,
there.
sir. You in the corner.
Hi there.
You in the corner. Yeah.
Doc Thompson, MoJo50.com.
Good to meet you,
I have a
Doc. Go ahead.
question.
One
so
question, please.
If you limit the number of calories to a pizza, couldn't I just buy multiple pizzas if I wanted more?
That's a stupid
you
question.
really
Do we have any
could.
other questions?
You really could.
Is it? Another question.
But why would you want to? Why would you want
question
to?
over here. Another
You-
question I do.
you
Over here. Hey there. It's Doc Thompson, MoJo50radio.com. Say MoJo50.com. The radio. Is that going to actually stop people from consuming too many calories?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. No.
Okay.
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to force them to put the number of calories transparently on the front.
I'm
instead
fine
of
with
having
that.
to find it. No, I'm fine with that too.
On the pizza?
But
Were they
here's
gonna
the thing.
stamp it on the piece of pizza?
You write it in
on
pepperoni.
the package. Got to be on the front of the package, not on the back. But here's the thing. Packages are deceiving, right, Doc? We've talked about trying to
Sure.
decipher a label, all the chemicals that are in there, the calories, because it's usually more than one portion per package. But here's the deal. This is coming from Jamie Oliver. I love him as a chef. great advocate for feeding children healthy in schools. He's revamped the entire British school system and how they feed children.
And real quick, and educating people is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Right?
But this is a guy who's being sued for owing £100 million to his creditors in his restaurant empire. He's also been sued for false labeling of his food products for saying they were gluten-free when they weren't.
Okay, so he's got a lot of issues, a lot of hypocrisy
I love
here.
him as a chef. He's a great personality. He's a great
kisser.
Yeah.
Great kisser.
Better spooner. But it's just, you can't force people to eat less. You can't.
Right.
No, it's impossible.
It's about educating people. That's the key from early on, and I'm fine with it. As far as the labeling goes, I hate the government forcing
it irritates
companies
the
to
crap
put stuff
out of
on.
me.
But I mean,
I like knowing.
I like knowing, and the free market would be able to take care of that. I mean, I want to see the stuff in the labels. I read the labels all the time now.
That's
The number
not going to make, when you drive through a restaurant, when you see the calorie count, you go, I'm not going to get that then. Do you? No,
Yes,
you still get it.
No, I actually do.
There actually have been a few times I've done that.
No, I mean, I do that all the time.
If you're driving through fast food.
Brad, I do it all the time. Every time I go now.
Yeah.
Seriously, I do. It's always a consideration of mine. Again, I'm trying to eat healthy or whatever, but if I see the option, and you know what, if you don't or other people don't, that's fine. I don't want the government to force them. But here's the one good thing about even in America where they force the calories on menus. The one good thing is, at least now, those of us that are libertarian can say, okay, now people knew.
Now they have a choice.
Can you stop that stuff of forcing them to make lower, lesser, whatever? Because their argument was, well, people need to know and whatever. Okay, now they know.
Yeah, and it has not helped.
Now they still don't get a choice. No. And you're saying you get a choice when it comes to abortion and other stuff. Exactly. Why not a choice when it comes to this?
Right.
But at least I'm an advocate of transparency as well, so this does that.
No, and I agree. And again, they lure you into eating 3 or 4 portions, and because you think it's one portion in one container.
Hey, real quick, you're talking about pizza. Did you see the story about the toddler who was burned by a Little Caesars pizza and the mom?
Okay,
this pissed me off.
First and foremost, terrible story. Terrible story.
Oh,
what happened to this little
kids
girl?
Burned? That's bad.
Yeah, what happened? The lady, they go to Little Caesars, right? And typically, Little Caesars has a holding cabinet that's held at 165 degrees. Their pizzas are cooked at 520 degrees. It's called hot and ready, right? Their pizza's hot and ready. They pull the pizza out of the oven, they put it in the box, they hold it in the cabinet unless they're
Someone's
behind.
right there, right?
Then they serve it right to the person. Well, it's going to come out at 520 degrees. So anyway, they put it in the car, they hand it to the back seat to the son, who grabs the pizza, pulls a piece out, and the cheese slides off on his little, I think his sister's like 2 or 3 years old, and it lands on her arm, and there's her hand, it's a huge blister, huge. So, they incurred about $1,000 worth of medical expenses.
It's horrible, but it's hot pizza. It's like handing a bowl of hot soup to somebody.
It's not called medium and ready, warm and ready.
They're not trying to sue the... Are they real? Oh, come on.
Because the McDonald's coffee.
Because they said, so you have to hold food above 145 degrees for it to be safe after it's been cooked. And you have a 2-hour window to serve it. So she was saying, because in an old commercial it said it comes out of the oven and then it's put in a 165-degree cabinet, she's thinking it's hot and ready to eat. It's not too hot to eat.
Oh, good.
And so they're suing based on that. That's what they're suing on, is the semantics of that statement.
Right, the semantics. But really, she said this. This is the problem with suing on the semantics. If she based on her argument was, well, I handed it back there because I remember hearing the commercials and I thought to myself, is that too hot for my children? No, it's 160 degrees. Let me think. That's about right. And I know it's ready to eat. She didn't do that. She grabbed the pizza.
Yeah.
Sadly, the girl got born and she's trying to look for a payday. I'm tired of this crap. I had this argument over and over with a friend of mine back during the McDonald's coffee day. That was the woman out of Albuquerque. And I was so pissed off. He's like, no one expects to be that. I go, are you thinking that when you got the coffee, although admittedly too hot that it could scald somebody, were you thinking it would be safe to pour it on your leg? Maybe not to the point of getting 2nd or 3rd degree burns, but would you knowingly do that based on no? Well, then what do you do? Well, you're arguing just the degrees then.
Absolutely.
I don't care if it comes out like molten lava. They handed it to her. It was safe. The lid came off. She put it in her lap. Now it's on you.
Yes. Yeah. If it's in a cup that needs the cardboard the handle thing that goes around
insulator thing.
Insulator, yeah. If you need that, then you know it's too hot to drink.
I'm tired of these people just looking for paydays. I'm sorry your daughter got burned. It sucks. And I understand you may not have the money for the medical bills. That's horrible. But it's not Hot and Ready's fault. For all the crap I can blast Hot and Ready for, number one being owned by the Illiches, those progressive nutcases out of Detroit. This one, they're right about.
Wow. Well, and besides having crappy pizza.
It's not that bad.
Oh, you
I was just trying
shut your dirty whore mouth.
It's not that
Not
bad.
that bad. You know what I want today? Honey, let's go get some pizza that's not that bad. Why not just here you go.
And
How about
isn't
this?
hot. I just want it warm
about
enough
this?
that I can.
It's $10.
How about you go get pizza that's good? How about that?
It's more expensive.
No.
A free exchange of ideas. MoJo 50.
Wow. Hey, guys, Ron Phillips from the Conservative Cartel. I want to tell you about a new weight loss product that's quickly becoming part of our MoJo 50 family. Okay, so it was launched by this Texas company who have taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. That's right. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. In a 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser, you remember that show? It showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. Rid-U-Zone, that's R-I-D-U Zone, contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. If you are struggling every day with cravings, try Rid-U-Zone. It makes it so much easier to control your appetite and not think about food all day. That's my problem. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to riduzone.com and enter code MATT. That's M-A-T-T. Again, that's riduzone.com, R-I-D-U-Z-O-N-E.com. Rid-U-Zone. Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. Wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth. On the rocks. No chaser. No marches. No protest. Only small, limited government, constitutional conversations. Exclusively on MoJo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on MoJo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on MoJo 50. Live free.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
Hey guys, it's Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. You know, everyone lives with a little bit of pain, but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with DiaThrive. DiaThrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, DiaThrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. DiaThrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give DiaThrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's DiaThrive.com.
Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs on MoJo 50, along with our celebrity chef friend Patrick Mosier from Spoonie.com. I go now to Chef Patrick Mosier with a commentary.
All right, 'tis the season for pumpkin. It needs to be over. It really does.
Wait, what?
It hasn't even really started.
Then.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, it's gone too far already. Buffalo Wild Wings debuts a pumpkin barbecue wing sauce.
Oh, that sounds great.
It does.
That sounds yummy.
Because of my mango.
What's
pumpkin beer?
Look, dude, can we just stop with the pumpkin for a while?
Mm.
At least call it kabocho, the Japanese pumpkin. Can we call it something different? Can we just say holiday spiced?
What's wrong with pumpkin?
I like pumpkin. Those wings sound really good.
Everything is pumpkin spice now. Look, we started with a latte, then it went to your ice cream, and then it went to the creme brulee, then it went to...
Sounds like you're a pumpkin hater to me.
No, I'm not a pumpkin hater, but I'm telling you.
pumpkins and bacon.
I'm telling
and
you.
Americans.
Right.
It's a
You
Japanese
have the
pumpkin.
litmus test. Like with a dessert, it has to be better than what? Chocolate ice cream.
Okay.
Otherwise, just don't bother. And I think it has to be better than buffalo wings with buffalo sauce on there if you're going to make them. And I guarantee you this probably is not better. Pumpkin on, I don't know. I can't do it.
Wow.
I'm boycotting this one dish.
I think you should cut down on caffeine, Patrick.
And then his hatred of bacon.
You know what?
I know.
Oh, man. Are we going to open that can of worms again?
We didn't open anything.
Now, I'm not completely anti-pumpkin. I'm not.
That's good.
This just in. Chef Patrick, the press release is going out today. Not completely anti-pumpkin.
Not completely, and I do eat bacon.
And he's a little pregnant.
Okay, good.
What are you eating?
So
there?
what do you got there? You got something pumpkin?
Man, so this is a wonderful friend of mine, Camille, out of Houston. She has Zach's Snacks.
These are really good.
I'm not kidding. These are some of the best.
Really good.
Honestly,
really good.
Probably, arguably the best snacks I've ever had.
So I am going to
like trail mixy type stuff.
This is something new she just came out with. It's her pumpkin crunch snacks. Most of these are coconut based.
You hate those too?
No,
they got pumpkin.
I'll tell you. I've never had anything on her snack line that I don't like.
Still.
The lemon. Oh, well, don't eat all those. That's my favorite.
Coconut munch. Try those.
Right, lemon berry. It's Chef Patrick's favorite.
All right. Pumpkin crunch. Here we go.
Does it taste like Buffalo Wild Wings?
No, that's really good. Brad, try this one. Coming at you.
Now, are all of these coconut based? They all have coconut in them.
They are. Oh,
pumpkin crunch.
Not all of our snacks, though.
Did you try the heat mango lime?
I tried those yesterday.
That's really good. Yeah, we couldn't wait until this
morning.
Oh, sorry.
Not all of our snacks have coconut, though.
No, they don't.
Explain how that works.
But most of them. So if you go to the website, zaxsnacks.com, that's ZAXSNAX.com, they have about 25 different blends, and they're around $3.99 for a pouch. Which this is really not bad. When you just buy the dried coconut,
no, it's not bad at all.
The dehydrated coconut, it's about $4.50 at the grocery store.
And the thing, I was trying to think of that national brand of coconut snacks.
Oh, man.
I like toasted coconut, but these, no.
I'm going to try it. Try those. I'm trying it.
Yeah, no fighting, children. No fighting.
These are the difference between, and I like those too, but these are really crunchy, and they're not. It's not like chewing shoe leather.
No, it's not.
This is really good.
Well, her savory ones are really interesting because they don't taste like coconut at all.
They don't. It really hides in there. I actually made. So Matt.
I thought it said heat massage lime.
Those are mine. Those are mine.
Wow,
Carrie,
sorry.
put those out.
That's the MoJo late night.
Go
show.
put those out in my car.
Cartel After Dark, right?
Wow.
No, but so she started out as just a one-person shop out of Houston, and she's done a fantastic job. I consulted with her a few years ago, and they are my favorite snacks. I took some home to my kids. She gave me 4 little containers. They used to be in little plastic containers, and I got none of it the first time I brought stuff home.
They're a little spicy.
That's good, isn't it?
I like this heat massage.
Are you talking about that or me?
Both.
Okay.
You're both hot. Ooh, that's got a little afterkick
That's good,
to
isn't
it
it?
too.
Try them today. Zach Snacks. What's the website and
It's
information?
www.zaxsnacks.com.
Which one you want, Ron?
What was
You
that
got
first
coconut?
part?
There we go.
You're sure it's www?
Try the lemon berry.
No. I'm not. But just try zaxsnacks.com.
http://www.
Hey, man, look, I forgot they have self-correcting URLs now, okay? Be nice.
All right.
I still have an AOL account.
Boy, that's a spicy. That's making my whole
It's a
week.
spicy meatball. It's good.
My whole is
Awesome stuff there. All right,
Yep,
Zach
good
Snacks.
stuff.
Good stuff there.
Zaxsnacks.com.
All right. So, any other comments about pumpkins?
Look, I will try the wings, but it's just getting overdone. Everything has pumpkin spice in it. Everything. I just can't. I like pumpkin cake. We had a pumpkin cake is one of my favorites, right? Just white frosting on top. One of my favorites. That's all right. Pumpkin wings. I'm not sure I can do it.
I didn't even know have pumpkins had wings.
My sister Dana
Only
had
on
a
Halloween.
great comment about all the different pumpkin stuff. And this started many years ago with pumpkin loaf. You ever have a pumpkin roll?
I have, yeah.
You ever had a pumpkin roll, Brad?
Once in high school.
You know what they are, right?
$20 same as down.
Exactly. With the cream cheese frosting rolled in or whatever. They're fantastic.
Absolutely wonderful.
But she said this, and this rings true of all the pumpkin stuff. And tell me if part of this doesn't go through your head. She goes, it's great. But anytime I eat this, I still think, yeah, I'd rather it be pumpkin pie.
Absolutely.
So you eat the pumpkin snickety snack, crunchy, you're drinking the pumpkin spice latte, blah, blah, you'd still rather have a big old slice of pumpkin pie.
Yeah, and by
right?
the time Thanksgiving gets here, you're pumpkined out. You really are.
Is that possible?
Here's what
Probably
I think you
not.
should do. This is my suggestion for you. And this is as a friend, as a coworker, as a business partner.
Trusted colleague.
Colleague.
I thought he was going to say lover in there. You can leave that out.
This is a business opportunity for you, as well as you to build your brand. Here's what you do. You stand against the oversaturation of pumpkin flavor through this time of the year with, ready? Are you ready? Take any of those products out there.
I'm ready. I'm
and
taking
instead
notes
of making
right now.
a pumpkin
Ready?
spice latte, you make them sweet potato spice latte.
You know, I have to say, it doesn't,
you're a marketing genius.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
You
I have
are
to
a
say.
marketing
I
genius.
mean, wait, what is the big debate, South and North, around Thanksgiving?
Sweet
Do you
potato
eat
pie
or
versus pumpkin pie.
right?
Yep.
So you got Zach Snacks, you got the pumpkin crunch. No, it's sweet potato crunch. Down south.
I think the Sweet Potato Farmers of America stand behind you on this as well.
They do. Now the pumpkin growers, they hate you.
Wait,
But hey, I think the sweet potato. You know this. I think the sweet potato sponsor more shows.
what
So I
about
think
the
we could-
yam farmers?
Oh,
The yam farmers feel left out. What do we
Yam
do?
spice latte.
Yes.
The YSL.
It's,
like it.
it's a little quicker. It's fewer letters.
Better than the SP.
yeah. You could call the brand could be
SL.
Dad Yam It.
I like
Well,
that.
there's an idea in here. I think you stand up. You should make the whole line. We should actually do that. You should make a sweet potato spice latte.
You know what? So sweet potato pie because of the spice, because of the way it's seasoned. I can't wait to hear what's coming up on Twitter. Because is not my favorite, but I think if you made it seasoned like pumpkin pie, I think it would be better.
I think you got it.
The Saving Private Harambe put a picture of a brake store sign up there. It says they're back, pumpkin spice brake pads.
Well, last year I took that picture up in Maine. That was the pumpkin spice lap dances. That were on sale. 2 for 1.
I posted
2 for 1.
I posted one a couple of weeks ago on Facebook that was pumpkin spice chloroform.
Yeah, see it.
It's good stuff. Smells good.
Yeah.
I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me MoJo or give me death. MoJo 50.
The Adrian Slate Show.
The polling shows it is swaying for the right in the midterms because of this hack job. But we can't let that energy die down because the left is doing everything it can to energize its base. It's going to tech companies, having you register straight through Twitter, straight through Facebook. It's got it straight through Google. You've got HBO out there putting out commercials to vote, and they do so with a slant towards the Me Too movement. And now they're digging deep into culture. They're getting into the Marvel Universe.
My first time, everybody clapped afterwards.
I mean, I didn't know how to do it.
Where to put it, where to slide it in.
Did it. I voted. Voting is so hard.
And the fact that they're doing this with sexual innuendo is ridiculous. I mean, hey, baby, let me shove my ballot in your box. Look, when I'm shading that bubble with my pencil, I don't draw outside the lines. I might bust a sticker on your chest.
Hey guys, Matt Locke, the Conservative Cartel. I'd like to take a minute and tell you about a new weight loss product that's instantly becoming part of the MoJo 50 family. It was launched by a Dallas area company who had taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. A 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened, and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. One Ridges-own client, Sarah, recently lost over 100 pounds. While she looks amazing, she has been struggling every day with cravings. Now that she's taking Ridges-own, she says it's so much easier to control her appetite and she's not thinking about food all day. Ridges-own contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to ridgezone.com, RIDUZONE.com, and enter the code MATT, M-A-T-T. That's Ridgezone, RIDUZONE.com.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A Thrive.com.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on MoJo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
Talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And of course, we'll be spotlighting business as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick Mosier will join us, and he has his own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours. So we will have
somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything, food.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs, Matt Locke from the Conservative Cartel joining us now because we have to discuss our bet. We all had a bet here, Matt and Brad and Ron, whoever that is, and Patrick Mosier.
Friendly bet.
Yeah, friendly bet about who could raise the most money for JDRF last week, and you and I came in dead last, tied.
Well, at least we weren't then. We shared last.
Right. So we have to decide who has to wear the kitty cat hat because we came in. But I have a proposal.
Okay.
That we just have a little side bet to see between the two of us who has to put this ridiculous thing on.
All right.
Okay.
I like bets.
For a show.
I like bets.
Now, last week, Matt gives me the old, I can tell Coke from Pepsi. Which one do you like?
I actually am a Coke guy.
Okay. Whatever. I can
But in Texas, you know this now. I moved down to Texas. You've been in Texas for quite some time. Everything's a Coke.
There's right. They call Coke everything.
Everything's
Pepsi's
a Coke. Dr.
right.
Pepper's is
Coca-Cola.
a Coke.
Right.
Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
But he's like, I could tell the difference. And I'm like, no, you can't, because people can't. They think they can. And he's like, I could tell. So my bet is if you can spot your beloved Coke, okay, then I'll wear the hat for a day. And if you can't, if you cannot win this challenge, then you're going to have to wear it
Well,
for a
you
day.
know I have years of Jack and Coke experience.
There's
right?
no Jack in any of these.
I told you if there's Jack in it, I know it right now. I could smell it from across the room.
Chef Patrick Mosier has poured 3 cups. We have in studio today, we have a Pepsi, a Coke, and a Sam's Club brand. So 3 different colas represented today to see if you can pick. Find your Coke out of these 3 cups right here.
Marked
A, B, or
and
C.
C.
A, B, and C. All right.
Let me move some microphones
That's
here
right.
so I can
Here,
still
he'll just hand them
talk.
to you. Let him just hand them to you.
Here we go.
We'll start with A.
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 Oh, I thought you dropped the cup.
Yeah.
That'd have been fun.
Okay, go ahead.
A sample.
How's that? Okay. Okay, so you bring in A.
He's swallowing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hurry up, stand up
I got
there.
that done.
There's B. B.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking B.
Mm-hmm.
Swallowing. Tasting. Smelling.
There's the look. There's the look of He's waffling.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. He's got. Oh, he looks pretty solid. Pretty sure of himself. A, B, or C.
And C. He is now swigging from cup C.
Okay. Chef Patrick, pop in here first, and we'll let you pick tell him who the.
Give me A one more time.
A, B, or C.
One more time.
Okay. What do you think?
He looks a bit confused.
Not confused. These two are similar.
All right.
B. Let me have B one more time.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
I think I'm certain.
Okay. He's certain.
Okay.
Now, is there any that stands out particularly good or bad?
No, they both. I'll tell you, the A and C are the Pepsi, Sam's, and the B is Coke.
Okay, A, B, so Chef Patrick, come over here and what do you got? Tell us, give us the results. What's what in the cups?
They're all Coke. But wait,
no, they're not all Coke.
Those
are
all
not
Coke.
all Coke.
We do have the real challenge, but we do want to set you up to see what your reaction was. Those ones are all Coke.
Yeah.
Those ones are all Coke.
Set a baseline.
We had 2 Ryans. We wanted to see a reaction at all of them being Coke. So
these 3 are
wow, he looks like he's gonna kick somebody's ass.
So that one,
I had this conversation before the start, and I said, okay, we're gonna play this straight up, right? I should have knew.
No, and how did I say? I say we had in studio today, or we represented 3 brands, and we do. It's just those cups were not the 3 brands. It was a technicality.
That was freaking beautiful.
Okay, so
now if they would have had Jack Daniels in it, we'd have been
all
good.
set.
Yeah, we're good on that.
All right, so
now there is one of these is Coke, one is Pepsi, one is Sam's Club. If you spot your Coke correctly, then I get to wear the kitty cat hat for a full day tomorrow. If not,
now you've created an environment that is
it a hostile environment?
Yes, that is now not workplace friendly. Because now I'm sitting here thinking,
Those
okay, these are all
SOBs.
going to be Pepsi.
No. This is straight. I was choosing my words quickly or precisely earlier.
Yeah,
okay.
and I was asking.
No, this is legit though. This is one is
stay there.
One is Coke, one is Pepsi, and one is Sam's Club brand. Here we go.
All right.
Okay. He's drinking A now.
Ooh.
How's that? That's good stuff there. So he doesn't like A right off.
He sure doesn't.
He does not like A right off. How's B? Ooh, he doesn't like B either.
No.
So you like Coke, so I wonder if Coke is the C. Is that what
A must taste like A.
Right.
Oh.
That's bad too.
Yeah.
None of them are good, you're saying. And listen, Coke is in one of those, Pepsi is in one of those, and Sam's Club's brand is the other.
You want to go through flat? Give me back A.
And those are all new bottles opened just a minute ago, all been refrigerated at the same temperature all night. They're cold. I didn't give you warm stuff, anything like that.
I need Jack.
That's A.
I need some booze to go in there. Give me B.
Okay.
Yep, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Once again, sampling.
He's not liking any of them. That's not boding well for Coke.
Yeah, that's
not
B.
Coke. That's not. He's saying B's not Coke either.
Yeah, B's not Coke.
So A and B doesn't think. C he didn't like
B
it all.
and C taste like A as well as A tasting like A.
They're all flat.
Which one do you like? How are they flat? They just came out.
I don't know. They got no carbonation to them at all, which is weird. I'll say I'm going to take a wild gander here, and I would say A is probably the closest to Coke.
Okay, can you want to pick the other two just because?
Well, they're probably all Coke, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
One is Coke, one is Pepsi, and one is Sam's Club.
I'm going to say A is Coke.
Okay, do you want a shot in them just to try?
No.
We can do that.
We got some booze.
No.
Okay.
If I'm going to drink Jameson, that's straight.
Now.
And then he's got Whistle Pig. No, we're not putting that in Coke.
Okay, so A, B, and C. Which one is Coke?
A.
Okay, Chef Patrick, what is the verdict?
Coca-Cola was indeed A.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
That is unprecedented. You want to do 2 out of 3? No. You want to do 2 out of 3? Okay, what did you say the other two were?
Well, the C I think is Sam's because it's a flat, nasty saccharin. Yep. And then B was Pepsi.
I cannot believe it. You were the first person that's ever done a taste test that has ever gotten them right.
Dude, do you know how much Jack Daniels I've drank in Coke?
Wow.
Just
this
saying.
is unbelievable.
I've gained a whole new respect for Matt Locke.
Wow.
I mean, not much, but it's a new respect because I had none before. But
so the P hat is now on your head.
On mine?
Yeah, that's what I hear.
I said if I lose, somebody on this broadcast will wear it. Somebody, either Brad or I, one of the two.
I have a gluten and pea hat. Allergy.
Wow,
and,
that sounds really troubling.
You don't want to see my hair fall out. And that's what would happen.
Well, no.
Given his track record, Matt's track record of losing bets, and number 2, that nobody ever gets these things right, I cannot believe you actually got it right.
Yeah, you know.
I was sure.
I have. That's the only talent I have, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
is there anything else you can taste test and think you can get right?
No.
How about liquor?
Maybe liquor.
Could you tell like Jack versus other?
Yeah, I could tell Jack versus like a Jim Beam. You know, I've drank a lot of that. Don't tell
Southern Comfort.
He was a bartender.
I was a bartender in life, so I've drank quite a bit.
Wait a minute. I didn't know you were a bartender.
He's a ringer.
You're a ringer. About this. This is under protest.
Yeah.
A ringer. I didn't know you were slinging that because you served Cokes and Pepsis. And
absolutely.
Oh, see, this is now. I didn't know this.
I will tell you.
I'm going to the judges in the next. Yeah, the panel of judges is looking.
Let me ask you
going through the rule book here.
Let me ask you a question. So when you go to a bar and you get a Jack and Coke or you get a Coke and 7,
which I'll be doing in about an hour.
Exactly. Do you ask for the soda out of the can or are you okay with the wand?
See, I'm a man and I drink manly drinks. I don't drink drinks like that. I drink a man's drink. I drink either
like Tang?
No, like
what's the difference?
I drink either something straight up,
right,
or I drink a highball.
Oh, you're the highball.
Don't you? I thought you liked an old fashioned.
That's a highball.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. So
clarify that.
All old fashions are a highball. Not all highballs are old fashions.
That's right.
I mean, just dig the hell out of all.
So
of
you don't ever drink a whiskey, a vodka, a tequila with something in it?
Yes, I do, but only when I'm trying to impress a woman. If she's like, well, let's go get those, and I'm like, okay, so I'm not going to order that.
Gotcha.
The secret is you make the women drink. You just have the shots of water.
I know, but I still have to order, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So he has to look highbrow.
Right.
So what's the difference between the can and the
Well, let me ask you.
The wand is really syrupy, and it doesn't have as much carbonation.
Okay.
So your drink is better when you have the soda out of the can.
So let me ask you this, as a bartender, because you were a professional at this stuff.
I was.
Which one dilutes Rufinol better? Is that
I think all of them might be equal.
Are they?
With
we
the
tested this.
acidic content.
Do they all mask the flavor equally? I mean, we can get Bill on the phone because he with the Rufinol and the pudding. We could,
people.
Okay.
We probably ought to be careful what we're talking about when we're roofing, people.
Because only women get roofied. No man has ever been roofied.
Well,
ever.
Yeah.
According to the little song we played the other day. So So all right. Well, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. Start this little broadcast today, aren't you?
I do.
What do you have coming up on the show today?
Well, we got Colton James, country music recording artist.
When is he going to be on? Right off or a little bit later?
Bottom third hour.
Okay, bottom of the third hour. All right, I'm sure you'll fill him in on everything that he has going on as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Matt Locke, Conservative Cartel, coming up in about 20-some minutes from right now on this MoJo 50, mojo50.com. All right, I got to remind you about Patriot Mobile. Patriot Mobile, such a fantastic company, proud sponsor of your Daily Mojo and the Conservative Cartel on MoJo 50. The Patriot Mobile is a company that's been around for a while, whose inception right off was to do and be a part of the things that you enjoy as well. Boy, that sounded really bad. I mean that more of a conservative thing, not so much a creepy sexual thing, and I realized it came out that way at that point.
That's all right.
They support libertarian and conservative causes, they being patriotmobile.com/doc. If you go there, find out all about the other companies they do business with and organizations that they give money to. It doesn't cost you anything extra. In fact, their prices are cheaper than pretty much every other mobile company out there. I mean, there are variations with packages, but you're likely going to save money. You get the same nationwide coverage or better than you get everywhere else. You get better customer service. You can get smartphones and for as little as $4 a month. And then if you want a newer brand or a newer model, you just upgrade a little bit. But they have coverage for unlimited plans starting at $20 a month. This is Patriot Mobile. They are awesome. And they think like you, and they support the ideas and values that you and I support. So please sign up for an account today. Tell your friends and family to switch over immediately. PatriotMobile.com/doc or 800-A-PATRIOT. 800-A-PATRIOT or PatriotMobile.com/doc. Now, my suggestion is driving to work today, driving home tonight, driving down the road. How long is your commute? 20, 30 minutes? Okay, it takes you 10, 15 to switch over.
So you could do it on the phone.
And you'll be so happy because you're saving money instantly and you're helping out those causes you believe in. PatriotMobile.com/doc or 800-A-PATRIOT.
Kieran Sweet Potato Spiced Ellison. I already got their names.
Got it up there, baby.
Learned Brad would eat a microwave toad because it meets the requirements hot and ready.
Yes.
Microwave toad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you put the right spices on it, it tastes like chicken. Of all people, Real Brad Stagg should know it's quality over quantity. That's what Paz Tainted Jackhole tweeted. And
here's the thing. I would generally say you're right, except if that quantity is almost non-existent. For example, Brad, you can have sex once every 20, 30 years, but it's going to be amazing.
Oh, boy, that's a toughie.
Or you could have sex all the time.
Ooh. How much time do I have to think about this?
Well, we're getting ready to go to break, so you'll have plenty of time.
Okay. I'm going to think
By the way, make sure to pick up that kitty cat hat. We don't want it to get lost before tomorrow's show. I want to make sure it's here.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of mojo. MoJo 50.
Never.
The Conservative Cartel.
I have an Indiana phone number. Born and raised, whole entire life, right? And in today's world, it doesn't matter anymore. Every time I call somebody down here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they're like, 260? Yeah, it's Indiana. I'm not giving it up. So I got this text the other day. And here's the text, Ron. It says, pending your application. President Trump needs you to request your absentee ballot before the deadline requested here. Ron Phillips, my liberal friends on social media, had a coronary. He went to his Facebook page and he said, oh my God, Donald Trump's emergency system's now texting me. Oh, I've been hacked. I'm like, dude, first of all, put your tampon in, sit down for a second so you don't bleed to death, and shut up and let me explain to you what's happening. Seriously, you big baby.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with WeThePeople.dating. That's WeThePeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
Have you done it? You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
It
Now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called RiduZone, RIDUZone.com, RIDUZone.com. Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to RiduZone.com and try today. You're going to love it. RiduZone.com. Remember that, RIDUZone.com.
This is Just a Minute with Stacey Washington. Are you a worrier? Is fear a constant companion? Well, there's a solution for that. It's prayer and scripture memorization. It has become vogue to cattily mock people who pray. The mockers have no understanding of God. Just a few of God's attributes describe him as our high tower, refuge, holy, Alpha and Omega, hope of glory, day star, and bright hope. These descriptors are a comfort to the believer. God is right here and operating on our behalf. Philippians 4:6-7 says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Fear has no place in the life of a believer, but as humans, we will experience fear. Psalm 19 tells us that memorizing scripture makes us wise while refreshing the soul. I'm Stacey Washington. Find out more at StaceyOnTheRight.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out NeverForgottenApparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
What do you mean it's last call?
All righty, that is it, ladies and gentlemen, the end of your Daily Mojo. But before we go, as always, let's find out what we learned today. We learned never have hex on an empty stomach. Never do that.
No, it's bad.
You want to hex with lots of other people. You want to be fully
satiated.
There it is.
Satiated.
Whatever that means.
Big
we learned ladybugs get venereal diseases too. Who knew? We learned not all ladybugs are female, but all ladyboy bugs are male.
Oh,
and it's always a disappointment. Hey, look at that's
they spread those wings.
Let me scroll down again. Oh, that's not.
Boom.
We learned that I now have much more respect for Big Bird now that I know that he didn't trade on his one-armed handicap. You never knew, right?
I know. I had no idea.
He was truly handy capable.
He really was. all this time.
We learned that Pocahontas descendants hate Elizabeth Warren. No word from Sacagawea's descendants. They still have not spoken up yet.
No, not yet.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
We also learned that Chef Patrick hates pumpkin flavor, bacon, Americans, kittens, and puppies. He hates Christmas.
All right,
Yes.
Chef Patrick Mosier, what, if anything, did you learn today?
Even a pumpkin, bacon-hating fool like me does not have to wear the kitty cat hat.
Oh, wow. We're going to go there. Okay.
They turn on you fast,
I
don't
know,
they?
right?
They really
Listen,
do.
I made you, kid, and I can break you, kid. I didn't make anything. Brad Staggs, what, if anything, did you learn today? Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you this segment today is brought to you by Zach Snacks. Go to ZachSnacks.com. That's spelled Z instead of the CK and X, and the snacks.
It's like cherry with a C, except a
the
K.
N's
and
after the
R-I-E.
A are both with X's. So ZAXSNAX. Well, thanks for making it easy for us.
Yeah.
ZachSnacks.com.
Now you want me to tell you?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm having some
thank you.
coconut joy.
Yeah, the only thing that I did learn today that the only thing left to hex Brett Kavanaugh with is an octopus tossing seal. The trouble is the witch has already wasted that on a kayaker, so there's not
that's
much
not
left.
gonna be.
I learned that ghost sex cleanup is easy. You
Is
just,
it?
Yeah, you just need a broom and a dustpan.
Oh, that's
yeah,
good. That's
don't
nice.
worry about the moist towelettes.
Hey.
I learned
Wow.
that nothing.
You should smell coconut joy. The snack from Zach Snacks. Never mind.
I learned that nothing
Hey,
is
baby, I'm coconut joy.
quite as tasty as a Central Park squirrel brain roasting on an open fire.
That's yummy.
Nuts. I learned you have to be very selective about the ladybugs you have sex with. Apparently, some of them are promiscuous.
What?
Yeah, they sleep around.
You
It's
think
nasty.
you know a bug.
I know, right?
You think you know insects.
How
right?
many sex partners have you had? 800.
Wow.
I know. I learned our last best hope for society rests with millennials, the same group that is killing the beer industry. Hashtag we're doomed.
We got to get on that.
I learned the effects caused by an affected doc have been deserted in the desert farther than his dessert ever went. You see, there's a lot of alliteration in there, and dessert and affect and dessert, desert, and dessert.
I just want, if you have to explain them, you have to explain them. They,
I was explaining them to you. Everyone else understood. I learned Chef Patrick once again proved he'll never be president. He hates bacon, pumpkin, and puppies.
Christmas, amusement parks, fairs, hates all that stuff.
And I learned that we finally found something Matt Locke is good at.
Yeah.
That's it. He's
What's
just,
the thing?
Apparently he can taste stuff different. You know. That's about it, though. I mean, that's all.
Double or nothing. I'm going to get him double or nothing this afternoon.
I think you should.
What, if anything, did the listeners learn today?
Kieran Sweet Potato Spice Pumpkin Pie learned that Brad would eat a microwave toast because it meets the requirements hot and ready. I don't know that I would, but maybe I would. Bob Blah Blah.
Love the Bob Blah
Bob Blah Blah learned that Chef Patrick's least favorite Spice Girl was pumpkin spice. I see what you did there, Bob.
I liked her. That orange hue.
This is all low-hanging fruit.
I see what you did there.
Really low-hanging fruit.
Is pumpkin a fruit? It's not a fruit.
It's a vegetable. It's a vegetable.
It's a vegetable?
Yeah, eat your vegetables.
It's a fruit.
You know, people cannot hear you.
Is it fruit or vegetable? Which is it?
Just yell.
I thought it was a gourd.
Fruit. It's a fruit.
It's a fruit.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
All edible plants are fruit of the vine. They're all fruit.
Uh-huh. Well, you're going to light up Twitter with that one.
Okay. Trust me, he's going to get his ass kicked on social media for that.
Good for you.
I don't even, they will. It doesn't matter if you're wrong.
It's going to be an exciting day for you, Chef
You
Patrick.
might be absolutely right, and it doesn't matter. They're going to kick your ass. I'm just telling you. It's at FoodBizPro. Enjoy. Have fun, folks.
Yes.
Have fun. You got your MeWe account yet? Okay, he does. Kick his ass on that, too.
Learn that most items calling themselves pumpkin anything don't contain pumpkin anything. Even pumpkin pie is usually acorn squash. My pumpkin ale actually contains roasted pumpkin.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're ruining my childhood. All the pumpkin pie, you're telling me it was acorn squash pie?
Yes. Your childhood was a lie.
Wow.
TJ Toppin learned Mr. Spinney was in the suit for 50 years. Glad they finally got that zipper unstuck.
They get that thing done any day now.
Also learned that if you're highlighting anyone who tried eating a Tide Pod, you are an idiot.
Oh, the millennials?
Millennials and the Tide Pods.
I mean, there's one of them. Okay, a couple of them. Not like they all did.
Or then there's the cinnamon challenge that they came up with.
Hey, baby, what's your dream? I think you saw my friend, Coconut Joy. Cinnamon challenge. I'm Coconut Joy.
Coconut Joy. Oh, yeah. $20. Stephen English learned they can bring Roseanne back. Fentanyl is an elephant tranquilizer, so maybe she was just knocked out. It's possible.
I hope they do. You know what they should have done? Seriously, now that they've realized the error of their ways, or just for the sensational whatever, you let 2 shows run, you bring her back and reboot it again, and the reboot is them waking up from the next dream.
Yes.
Same scenario.
It's Dan's dream this time.
Right.
I think that's brilliant. Brilliant.
And you just keep going. And then
I think you stole that.
You have Bob Newhart in it.
You could have Suzanne Plachette in it, too.
Even if she's dead.
Yeah, she'd still be in it.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack Hole Spunky Trucker learned I learned there is no money shot in ghost porn. World of I love radio.
Get ready. Here it comes.
World of Spots learned there's only one ghost dating site. It's called Swayze. Like Patrick Swayze.
Is it legit?
Swayze? No, it is not. No.
We did find one.
Yes, we did.
We don't know how legit it is, but we found one.
It's 10 years old, but it's out there. And Black Suit Lucky Farkin learned, what do you call crazy women who think they are going to have Hex Kavanaugh?
Women.
Sandwiches.
Oh.
See what he did there?
No, if you say, what do you call crazy women that... Women
in general. And over on MeWe, let's see here. Hold my beer learned. Does anyone else feel a pain in the jewels and wince when the name Lorena Bobbitt is mentioned? I don't think I mentioned Lorena Bobbitt this morning.
I was thinking about her. So it was probably, we have a separate broadcast that goes on while our regular broadcast, it's our psychic broadcast.
Yes, it
exactly.
does.
We also, is that tied in with the holograms or no?
The holograms.
That's separate, that's with the app.
And I didn't want you to really mention the holograms.
Should we just talk about it tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do that because we are bringing the holograms to life here, but we're still tweaking it.
So yeah, those of you really think about it, you'll get our psychic broadcast as well. It's a separate, it's an upcharge. I mean, you just,
yes, it is.
Just mail us the check, just here at TCN Studios. That's the country network here in Fort Worth, and just put our MoJo50 Doc Thompson, and we'll get it. They'll send the check upstairs.
Yep.
So
Carlene Hayes wrote, she learned here that MoJo Wild Rice is 100% Native American.
Yes, it is. You're right. It's not 1024th. I know that.
For delivery, if you're... I can't read that one. And that's the beauty of MeWe. If you haven't signed up for your MeWe account yet, sign up at MeWe.com.
Also, let me just say, too, for those of you got the jackholes, this is like, so far, the MeWe jackholes that are over there, this is like the premium. This is top-of-the-line jackholes. It is not for the weak.
No.
If you're new kind of the jackhole nation, you're like, I can hang with these folk. Okay.
It's serious.
You might want to reevaluate yourself before you go to the MeWe ones because they are.
It's like going from little league to the big leagues.
Yeah, this is not like going from AAA to major because that's whatever.
That's easy.
This is like T-ball.
Yes.
To the major league.
To being a starter in a major league.
Yeah, because they are kicking butt on there.
And they throw some fastballs. They're fast.
It's like the bar scene from Star Wars. Only with a lot more sex.
Yes.
And drug references. And they're not quite as kind.
Right.
It's like the bar scene meets Mad Max in the Thunderdome.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
With just a little bit of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And
just a little bit.
STD-infected ladybugs.
I did not get to those new numbers on procrastination. I'll just do them tomorrow. What else do we have coming up tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have Friday Leftovers.
Good
Plus
deal.
We have a surfeit of topics and opinions designed to both stimulate and delight the hypothalamus of audiophiles and philosophers worldwide.
We know Matt Locke has Colton James coming up.
Yes, he does indeed.
Remember, today's Daily Mojo was a Ron Phillips production. Sic Semper Tyrannis. Good night, Steve Cannon. Wherever you are. Anya, now you go home. Oh, yeah. ZaxSnacks.com.
With an X.
Right there. ZAXSNA. X, I guess.
X. Snacks.